Hello, everyone, for another episode. Critical Critique. We're back again.
Yeah.
We're back from the. Yeah, we went to the gulag last episode, and now we're going to church.
Yeah.
We've converted. We've become good, wholesome Christians. We're gonna talk about some Christian anime, some good, wholesome, the ultimate guide to Christian anime. So that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be all right. Gonna.
Sorry, I was thinking of I'm doing this title of the, the title of the thing above the video in advance for once, and what can I write over there? And I've just thought of a good thing. You'll see it later.
Okay, good. We'll see. It'll be nice and funny, for sure.
Very funny.
But yeah.
It was
we're gonna be talking about that today.
To talk about it. So it was odd that nobody was there. Usually. It made me think, like, did the notification thing didn't?
Yeah, it was the stream just did. Yeah, because last stream we didn't have anyone in the chat, and we were like, oh no.
That's all.
And then you had a mic problem, which is why the stream VOD was taken down, because you were trying to fix the problem.
Yeah.
It'll make it a little bit better. And then so it's me schizophrenically screaming about leftists being evil for like an hour.
For like a half an hour, because it was only like the first 5 minutes of the video we watched was my mic being muted. So I just cut that out, that part of the video out. So there's still, like, another 3 hours of us talking about
3 hours of good of wonderful
video
wonderful
talking.
Yeah. So yeah. We were like, one of the other possible videos we were going to look at was going to be the magical girl one everyone's talking about. We'll probably do that next week. Probably get around to that, so that'll be a fun
I'll remember it this time.
Yeah, we'll remember it this time. Yeah, the reason we're doing this video is because Ellie was like, oh, we need to do a video. I know. Yeah, can't think of anything. And then it's like, oh, yeah, wait, that magical girl. When I mentioned it in the pre-stream, I was talking in the pre-stream, I was like, oh, yeah, we'll do that magical girl one next week. It's like, oh, we could have done that. God dang it. Oh, man. But, it's all...
in the meantime, was it in English? I was, doing job interviews. That's the thing. I was doing job interviews, and I got to a second round. And I'm, not next week, but the week after that, I'll do the second interview thing, and maybe I'll have a job before I'm jobless. So that will be cool. I've beaten Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Fun game, good game, runs well on Switch. That's also a plus. So game that I, first it was, I'm forgetting already. It's terrible. First it was Pokemon. Pokemon beat Pokemon. Good, right on time to start Hyrule Age of Imprisonment. All right, Age of Imprisonment beaten. Now it's time to wait on Metroid, and then I've like 3 months of non-stop Nintendo. Although I already finished.
Big Nintendo gaming, big Nintendo gamer.
Oh, Gouda, I mentioned a few times, but not everybody is all at the same time. I understand. No, the factory's closing. Just stopping, gone, shut it down.
Big bankruptcy.
Sort of. It's a complicated. It's complicated. It's upper management's doing things and whatnot, and I'm losing my job as a result. As it goes.
Yeah, as you do.
As you do. So I'm very much looking for new jobs, and I still don't have a new job lined up for when the job ends. So, next job. So I don't have a job at the end. At the start of December, I'm jobless. That's basically the thing, and so I'm already kind of in the mindset of I don't have a job soon, so I'm I'm limiting my planning a bunch. Like, I'm not going to plan to do much stuff. I'm not planning to do much of renovations. I was planning to make a shed in the garden. I already kind of have everything measured out and planned out, and kind of a list of everything I would buy, screws included. But now, because that thing is like 500 euros, I'm like, let's not. I was looking for cars to buy, small car, just a small car, like 3,000 euros maximum car, and I would buy a car. But now that I have a job, I'm not really in the mood to buy a car, buy the gas, buy the taxes, buy the maintenance, and all that stuff. So that is also one of those plans that is, pushed into the future. So it's kind of a holding pattern Eve kind of deal. Although I'm still buying my Nintendo games because they're fun. I bought the new Europa Universalis 5, even though I'm jobless soon. But hey, these Paradox games, they're endless. You buy them once, you can play hundreds of hours.
Endless entertainment. Yeah.
Oh no! Firing after Christmas isn't a insult, as I hear, or something. There's jobless. You can apply. You can be on the dole, like 3/4 of your pay for like months on end, for a few months at least. Job market is such that there's still plenty of it's not too terribly difficult to find a new job. I can find enough jobs that fit my my education. They just take forever to reply in Retsu. I applied for one opening a month ago, and like last week I got an email that said, "We'll be getting to your reply or to your application soon."
Oh yeah, you're getting HR'd basically.
Yeah. And already called them like, "Hey guys, I applied for a job opening here. Is that job still opening?" Etc. etc. And they're like, "Oh yeah, the headquarters is in Switzerland. So they are in charge in hiring new people." And like, that never sounds very smart to outsource your
hundreds of applications, 0 jobs given.
to outsource your applications to a place outside the country. Like how is somebody in Switzerland going to measure know what my qualifications are, what the stuff that I wrote down means? Are they going through with the translator? I don't know. It sounds a bit silly and all.
But I mean, it kind of ties into, I've been seeing on the Twitter is everyone talking about like the boomers being all like, oh, it was some CEO of like Ford or something in America who was like, we have like 10,000 job positions but no qualified candidates. What are we gonna do? We have to import 1 billion Indians or something, right? And people are just like, why don't you just like fucking train people on the job? Why don't you just fucking get a bunch of people and just fucking have a job program where they can fucking learn on the job? Just fucking train them. Just fucking train them. Because, the big problem is, they'll be like, oh, you need to have like 20 gazillion qualifications. You need to have 1 million fucking goddamn fucking college degrees and fucking 20, 30 years experience, even though you're 25, right?
Yeah, shit. I mean, at my factory, and I think it was the norm back then, that you had like a separate building on the location, on the ground, on the terrain. How would you say it, Matsu? If there's a building on the land owned by the factory, shorthand. Never mind. Anyway, there was a building that was just a classroom. This is the classroom to train you to do the factory job.
Yeah, and then you get basic level of training so that you're at least competent at what you're doing, and then from there it's just there you go. You just experience. It's just experience from there, right? You know, it's just
Yeah, I found out.
But no, you don't understand. We need 20 bazillion Indians.
Though
20 bazillion
it does have a
Indians.
point, like something different than just chip manufacturing, traffic control, traffic design, right? Apparently, Europe is amazing at traffic design, and most of the rest of the world is trash at it. So they just import, experts, graduated people from the Netherlands and send them over, and hire them. Or
see, I think that's different though, because the issue with not to get into the political topic of the H1 visa, whatever, but like the issue with the H1 visas is that it came out recently that like 50% of that shit is going to entry level jobs. Right?
Oh, that's cost. That's cost saving.
Yeah, and that's the problem, right? That's the problem, because those entry level jobs shouldn't be going to 20 gazillion Indians. You should be importing 20 gazillion Indians to do these entry level jobs. You should be getting like, it should be the fucking like people that actually live in the country first, And I'm only bringing up the Indian thing because the H1B thing is mostly like, it's just statistics, right? That it's mostly Indians benefiting from that, right? Like if it was another fucking culture, I'd be saying a different culture, right? But like, seems to be mostly an Indian thing. But yeah, I'm against that shit. I think no, you should be training people on the job in general.
Yeah, but companies,
so you gotta find someone that's at least somewhat competent, and then you can just fucking train.
Companies
especially
don't...
when it's like car manufacturing on a fucking, how much fucking...
Yeah, but companies don't have a obligation to the country that they're in. They have an obligation to the shareholders and whatnot. Shareholder says lower costs, more stock high. More stock high. That's what I want.
So moving on, I did see Goda mention the DL site thing. Yeah, that was a shame that Pomu got nuked. got nuked before it could live.
I saw like 10 seconds of it before I had to go to the factory.
Yeah,
and when I go
come
back
home and it's gone.
Yeah.
Because it was like, because it got raided by like the Sojak party, like troll.
I don't know what is the Sojak. You said it before.
Oh, it's like Kiwi Farms but worse.
Ooh,
it's basically just a bunch of people.
I don't like Kiwi Farms as is. But...
Yeah, it's basically that but worse. And it's people that were like ex 4chan, hardcore 4chan people that
is it like Anon talk?
The people that are too insane for 4chan.
Oh, you mean Anon talk?
Yeah, really, really sick. People that have pictures of dead kids that they can spam on websites, right? Like that's the kind of people we're talking about here, right? So yeah, Sojak is just unhinged, yeah. So what ended up happening was basically, so it comes out, right, and it kind of like I saw it because I was looking at Twitter and I saw a bunch of artists tweeting about it because I follow all these JP artists, right, and stuff. So I was like, oh, what's this Pomu thing? And then I looked into it and it was, oh, it's DL site. Like DL site's made like a Twitter alternative. Oh, that's kind of cool. And then I went onto the site and it turns out if you had a DL site account, it would just automatically make you an Anon account. So
it does say it's like no name set yet as your account.
Yeah. It's like a blank account that you can change from, which I think is actually really good because I would just leave it as a blank account and just follow people and just not like post, right? So that's actually kind of useful. But basically it functioned pretty similar to Twitter, and because it had like a trend, like a for you tab and a following tab, and it had. But it was very bare bones.
I scrolled like a half a page down, and I was, oh, this is like a Twitter, and that's all I saw.
And it did, but it was very bare bones. It was very, very, very bare bones. Like it really fucking it really did need to be cooked in the oven a bit more before they brought it out, I feel, because you couldn't even like search for users. You could search for like keywords, but you couldn't search for users, and they didn't have really any robust like blocking system for, I don't want to see like gore or whatever, right?
I
Like they didn't
suppose
have R18G as the Japanese like to call it.
Yeah.
Like yeah. So I feel like it getting raided by the soy jacks and it kind of getting, I felt like that was probably going to be the inevitable result because they just didn't have the infrastructure available to combat that. So it's gone down for maintenance, and I think they've said they're just going to keep it down for maintenance until they can like iron out all the problems, right? I do kind of agree with Gouda. I think that would be a good way to kind of like gatekeep it. Is like,
you can't
something. Like post. Yeah, you have to have like brought DL site points or whatever at some point. You have to have at least one game in your library or something to be able to play. I actually think that would be really good because people have been saying, oh, they're going to region lock it, right? Like they're going to do what they do with certain tags on DL site where they just region lock shit, which would be sad if they did that. But at the same time, I could perfectly understand based on what happened, right? Like, I think it's one of those things where, yeah, it's sad that it happened, but we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I'm hoping they come back and they bring it out because a lot of the other alternatives, like I know Miskey is still going, but I think Miskey. I heard from someone that Miskey is also IP blocking now. They don't let new accounts get made if you're from the West. But it's funny because I still have my account that I made and I can still log in and I can still see what's going on. Probably because I never posted. And also probably because they don't care about NZ, they only care about Americans being annoying, right? So I don't go on Miskey a lot, but I check it, and I'm sad that Otakon or whatever it was called, which I believe was the one that was backed by Naro, that one died because no one was using it, so they shut it down, which is a shame because I actually did kind of like that one. I thought that one was actually quite robust and quite good, but there's just no artists really. Like the biggest problem we've got with any of these alternatives is you need to have the onboarding and you need to have like the market there, right? Because Twitter's big draw is that there's just so many people, right?
And yeah,
so
and
you
DL
can have
thing, if you have a DL site account, you have a thing that's already it's like how do you say it? It's cheating your user base. It's cheating with all you people we have now a social media network. Oh, Oh, Nretsu, are you left-handed? Then you're the Satan. Everybody who's left-handed is Satan. Welcome to the club.
Yeah. So and Good is right that it was they were marketing it as like you could post your degenerate stuff. You could post your games. But a lot of the devs I was following were talking about how they oh cool, we can post our like work in progresses without having to worry about getting shadow banned and whatnot, right? So there was kind of like that. But I feel like if you like with the Twitter alternative stuff, it's kind of like you need to be able to like create like a sort of market for it. And I think Miskey has managed to do that because it's generalist. It's not just like degenerate stuff. Otakon I think failed because it was a bit degenerate focused, but at the same time I don't actually know why that failed because I feel like that would have been the one, but it's just a lot of Japanese artists just did not fucking jump over to it. So
I mean, there's like Miskey already was a thing and whatnot.
But yeah, we'll see what happened. We'll see what happened. But I guess speaking about degeneracy, I guess we should no more degeneracy on the stream.
No,
we are a Christian stream. We are a Christian anime stream. We are going to talk about the ultimate guide to Christian anime. Christian anime. Christian.
Get your black covered Bibles ready.
But look, listen, Ali, I thought that because we learnt last episode, right, that all anime is socialist, right? It's all political. And it's all socialist. So how could anime possibly be Christian? It doesn't make sense.
Well, Naretsu, But don't
How? How can
forget,
this be?
Christianity is all about kindness, and kindness is socialism.
Yeah. Christianity. You heard it here first, guys. Christianity is socialist. Haha.
Yes.
Checkmate, Christians. Ha. Yeah, but we're Bible blackened today.
Yeah.
Bible blackened. But before we Bible
That's my
blacken
funny
it,
joke. Do you get it?
I see it. Yeah, I see it.
I'm
I have the monitor up,
I'm
so I see it.
referencing porn. That's the funny joke.
Yeah, ha. So anywho, let me come over here and we'll get the holy crack. There you go. You get the holy crack on this
no translation.
Monster, Aussie lemonade style monster. It's quite nice. I've had it before.
There's no translation this time on the YouTube title, which is okay.
There we go.
The ultima crystal.
Yeah, truly my favorite crack. Yeah, Jesus would be a communist. Yeah. All right. So anyway, this is a short video. Only 10 minutes, but let's see what our man's doing. Let's see what our man's got for us.
Today, I'm going to cut through the noise and teach you how to engage with anime as a Christian. There's a lot of reasons to be unsure about whether Christians are allowed to watch anime or let their children watch anime, and hey, I get it. Between magic, bloodshed, demons, and this tiny little major issue called fan service, there's
oh no, fan
It's just this minor little issue. Just this minor little issue. Little problem. I'm gonna be real. I cannot imagine living like this, right? Like having to be like, am I allowed, Ellie? Am I allowed to watch anime? Oh no!
I don't know. Maybe because I'm still.
I saw a boobie. No, I have to go to the confessional because I saw a boobie. Oh.
I suppose. I mean, I'm still on that diet life. I'm still on that losing weight life. And I do when I'm walking down the shop, through the aisles, and like, ooh, what do I want to buy today? And that's candy, but still, too much calories, whatnot.
Oh no, yeah.
And then
what am I
when
gonna
people
do with calories, no.
And because the factory's closing down, we're going from hey, final goodbye party thing, dinner thing, and it's like most people, people that I spoke to weren't too interested in it because it's it's a bit bad taste in some sense to have a party when you're jobless. And the joke was like, oh, then you have more foods to eat. And like, but no, I'm on a diet. I can't eat all the food. So it is a kind of a thing that sort of consumes your life, and you always are watchful and all for it. So I have.
But at the same time, I just feel it's silly to be like, am I allowed to watch the anime?
Yeah, but
will God punish me? Will I go to hell if I watch?
That's the difference, right? I am the only person I'll disappoint is myself, and but then I'll go, oh wait, I'll get to my weight in like a 3 days later, right? It's only like a 3 days delay instead of a ticket to eternal hell for others. Yeah.
So
Bible...
Samu's coming in and he's saying, I'm not going to act like I know much about the Bible, but what in the Bible stops a Christian from consuming any of these things? See, I'm not religious either. I'm not obviously I am not a Christian, but I believe the problem is like it's something to do with like the sins and like indulging in sin. And that being a problem or something.
One of the things, right, is that if you make it more important than Jesus, right? And Jesus is super Christianity, God is super important. So if you're a mega fan of anything, right? If you want to hang up posters of your favorite boy band, have figurines of your favorite figurines of your favorite character. That's placing that figurine higher than God, and that's sinful.
Right. So, no false idols and all that, right?
Kinda. Because God should fill you with light, not this anime thing.
Not this anime. Or maybe our man here, maybe he'll get into it. Maybe he'll
Maybe,
explain. Maybe he'll talk about it. We'll get to find out why are you like this? Why are you? why? How can you live like this? Let's find out.
A lot to be concerned about, but worry not, because discerning this is actually rather simple once you know what to look for. I'll be giving you the tools, the insider knowledge, and some starter recommendations to make sure that you get the most out of this unfamiliar medium, all the while avoiding common spiritual pitfalls. By the way, hi, I'm Pierce. I'm a layman, YouTuber, and an anime fan with an extensive watch list full of anime that I both love and regret ever
But he's
watching,
not a theologian of any kind. He doesn't speak with any authority on the spiritual question.
I watched an actual interesting video, which was it was, I believe he was a priest, an actual priest, reacting to Joshua Graham from Fallout, and that was actually really interesting.
Who is Graham in Fallout?
The burned guy, the bandages, Joshua Graham.
I never played. I don't still.
You never played the Fallout New Vegas, the best video game. No. So no, but Joshua Graham, because like the whole thing with that is it's like steeped in, like, he is religious, right? It's steeped in religion, right? And so it was interesting to kind of watch that video and then have kind of like this priest kind of go, oh yeah, that's like a reference to that verse that's from that part of the Bible that is talking about this particular, you know, thing, and you know, it relates to this, and it's interesting that the devs, you know, kind of, you know, knew about that you know, thing, and you know, it's kind of, you know, it was an interesting video, right? So, you know, this stuff can be quite good. And I also, you know, I watch my Wendigoon. I tell you what, you should watch. So Elliot, Wendigoon put out this video about the Rapture TikTok. Rapture talk.
Yeah, I did follow that for a bit, but you know, since the Rapture happened, it's I'm not following.
Wendigoon put out a really good video on that. It's quite long, but it's long because he spends like the first half of the video basically just laying out, this is what the Bible actually says.
Oh,
right?
Some actual.
This
religion.
is yeah, he actually, because Wendigoon has a like he used to be a Sunday school teacher, right? So he knows about the Bible quite extensively. So he kind of just lays it out and he goes, okay, well, this is what the Bible actually says. You need to have this context so that you can know why these people are insane, right? And how they're actually being
some
big
of the
sinners.
General history and thing like that. Most, if not all, of the Rapture talk is invented in like the 1800s at the bare
it's very
earliest.
modern. Yeah, it's very modern shit. Yeah, and Wendigoon talks about that in the video, right? He talks about how it's like, it's a very modern interpretation of the text, and it's not like, you know, what the actual text says. It doesn't actually like mention a lot of this, like the whole like, oh, all of the Christians are going to like puff into smoke, you know, and then fly into the sky, right, or whatever. That is all modern mumbo jumbo, not really like actual biblical like precedent and whatnot. So. But it is interesting, and like I said, it's he goes through it because it's necessary to understand why, like, the people on, like, because there was, what was that black guy, the African guy who
I don't know.
was like the spearhead.
Was
like, he talks about the guy that kind of spearheaded the whole thing and like explains like how he's like just full of shit and how it's bad. And he like, Wendigoon is like, because they did a live stream during the Rapture, waiting for it to happen. And it's like watching a train wreck. It's so funny. So
I did.
Yeah,
all right, this one Rapture thing, right? Because I did see like it was something like a TikTok compilation of the people that were shocked that the Rapture didn't happen. Like, haha, yeah, you thought it happened and it didn't, haha. Well, it was really sad because this one woman was sitting in a car, as they all do. I don't know why. Filming themselves and like crying, and there was just this emotion of, the world is broken. I have done nothing. I've achieved nothing. The world is broken. Everything is ruined. So this has to be true. This has to happen. I cannot live anymore. I cannot keep going. I am ruined. The
Right.
world is ruined. This has to be my one out.
And yeah, there is like, yeah, there is definitely, and Windigan gets into this in the video. There's a sad kind of like, there's people that are like selling their cars and giving their kids up to like CPS or whatever, and a bunch of other stuff that's like, yeah, because they're banking on this thing that's obviously not going to happen, right? And that's why
it's funny,
and that's
when
why, funnily enough, and that's why, like in the actual text of the Bible, it's like no man shall know the date, right? There's like a whole thing about how no man should know the date of the Feast of Trumpets or blah whatever, right? It's something like that. I don't remember the whole thing because my memory's not that good. But basically, it's like anyone that like preaches to know the date is actually performing the big sacrilege, the big sins. And that's what Windigan was getting into when he's talking about the guy in Africa who like sparked the whole thing, right? Is like, yeah, no, this guy, he is doing the big sin. No man shall be predicting the date. There's no good.
But Naretsu, there was the thing that says
you're not meant to be doing it.
But the sentence after that says, but the real Christians will recognize it, and that's they just recognize. Yeah. They're not predicting it; they are recognizing it.
Yeah.
That's fun Bible interpretation and everything is you can do.
And part of it is like, yeah, there's interesting kind of like the way that they kind of like come up with these dates is also really funny because it's like, there was like this date mentioned and it was said, but the date it actually means 300 years from this, but this number and this Bible blah blah blah. Yeah. But anyway, it's a thing. It is the thing. So anyway, let's get back to our band here talking about anime.
Here to apply variance to your benefit. So let's begin. The first thing that you're going to want to look out for is the genres. Just like film and television, anime is a medium with its own distinct genres. You've got your rom-coms and your thrillers, and just like live action, some genres are going to be more suitable for you to watch as a Christian than others. One chief concern that many people have when getting into anime is about sexual content, so I've compiled the
I love how that's always like the main problem, right? It's always the sexual content. Like, well, never mind, like, Vinland Saga right here, which I know has a lot of gore and blood and violence and stuff in it, right? Even though it's, from what I understand, it's all about how violence is not good, right? But, again, like, it's always they always get hung up on the sexual stuff. It's always that. It's so fascinating to me. That's the thing that triggers them so much.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that this. Well, this is what I've been saying these last few seasons. That open sex is more allowed these days in the animes, but fan service is a bit on the decline.
Yeah, there's this weird like shit going on with like what is and isn't allowed, and a lot of that has to do more with like shifting TV regulations and what can be aired and all this kind of stuff, and that affects like productions because they don't want to make like 50 different versions.
Yeah, and you do want to have something that you can air and advertise and whatnot.
It's actually funny because I looked at the Twitter, right, just for a brief second, and I'll put the tweet in the because do we have the bot up? Should we get the bot up?
I didn't turn on the bot just yet.
Well, you can turn on. I posted the tweet, but I can take the image and I can put the image in the.
Yeah, in 1 second.
Chat,
you'll see the bot entering chat in just a second.
Yeah.
Turning it on.
I'll put it in there for you. So basically the tweet is, it's crazy that this painting was done in 1888, but generally looks like the box art of an epic 2002 PC game. And this is the art right here. And that's actually something that I find fascinating. Like, if you look at a lot of historical artwork, it's fucking sexual. A lot of nudity, a lot of because they're trying to capture the beauty of humanity, right?
And the trauma, the tragedy, and whatnot.
yeah, look at this. You know, you got this poor girl, like there's a bit of shipwreck or something, and she's like on the ice, right? And she's,
And death and time are arriving.
Yeah, yeah, and the angel is here to carry her off to the, it's very, very, very nice painting. But no, this is bad because oh no, it's her bum. You can see her hips. Oh, her bare back, Ellie. Oh no. Oh no! Burn it! Burn the artwork. We have to get rid of it. No.
It is what the Victorians did with all those Roman statues.
Yeah, we're going to get fucking, we're going to go to hell because we looked at a naked woman. Oh no. And that's just what I mean. This is why I find this like shit so weird, right? Like I understand, like, okay, lust is a sin, right? I get that, right? I get that. Oh yeah, you don't want to completely, go full fucking degen, fapping 24/7, right? Or fucking all girls, being a slut, right? Like, I get it, right? I get it. But when you like take that and then you're like, okay, oh, I saw a boobie in an anime. That's bad, right? I feel like these things are not like equivalent, right? Like I don't think that. I think I can agree with the message of don't be a fucking slut or a man whore, right? I can agree with that.
Same
on a general sense, in a general sense, that's fine. But then when you take that and you extrapolate it into, oh man, this artwork would be so great if I didn't have to see the woman's. Oh no, cover her up, please.
Yeah, but there is there's a thing of it's kind of true of everything. Don't eat too much. Don't go be jealous at the neighbors oh, he has a thing.
Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation.
But
right?
the range for sex is very very easy to cross over, but the amount of jealousy you can be, that's how jealous you can, how accepted jealousy can be is you can go quite far. Like how entitled you can be. I'm just thinking of DSP at the moment, right? Darkside Phil, like he has to get the money every day. And if you don't give him the money, you're the bad person because you're ruining his life if you don't give him money. And that's that jealousy and entitlement and that pride that the Bible speaks of. This greed is what the Bible speaks of. But also DSP, as soon as there breasts, as soon as there's cleavage in Darkside Phil, the Darkside Phil's games, he just goes like, ew, no, keep it away. But
women are gross.
But if it's a naked man,
he is a true misogynist. A true misogynist. Women have icky cooties.
And
gross.
If it's a man with big muscles, he goes, oh yeah, look at those muscles. But he's very happily married, though. Don't worry about it. Anyway, enough DSP.
He's totally a heterosexual. Yeah, totally a heterosexual. But no. Again, it's one of those things where like, I feel like, because there was a tweet that went up. There's a guy on Twitter who's like the current punching bag. He's kind of like the Billy wanting angry gamer guy. Now he's becoming the new fucking Billy. Can't remember his name, but he has like a hat in his avatar or whatever. People in chat might know who I'm talking about. But there was like, so that Dispatch game that came out, right?
Yes.
The superhero one, the one that's like
I saw
Telltale game, right?
I've seen other people talk about it.
Yeah. So there was a news article where the creators of the game came out and they said that they regretted removing the sex scenes because apparently they were planning to have, because there's romance in it, right? You can romance some.
I saw like you can do Invisigal and Blonde something. Apparently,
yeah. There's a girl, there's like a blonde chick or what that's actually and that kind of thing. So like in the game you can romance them, but there's no like sex scenes or anything. And they were talking about like how they kind of regret not adding that, because one of the reasons I think the game is actually like super popular right now is because it's like the only game, like it's a game where you have attractive characters that's not afraid to have like actual like romance in it, right? And it's not like Tumblr shit, right? Like it's not just it's all gay and bi and LGBT or whatever. It's like, no, the main character's a heterosexual dude, and he's like, having actual romances with, chicks, right?
Yeah,
And so,
just what I know, right? Bits I know. So apparently, blonde girl is actually in a relationship with other guy, and you as the character playing this bland protagonist kind of guy will find out later after you're in a relationship. So you kind of find out that she's cheating on somebody else with you. On the other hand, that Invisigal character, she's a thing for you. I think I gather.
she's like autistic or something. Like
And
she's
she has a
like,
thing for you, but if you just don't pick her, if you don't go with her, she'll just give up at some point and leave you be. She isn't going on a jealous streak like no and sabotaging the relationship.
no.
She just moves on and does other stuff.
Yeah. So I do feel it, because I've seen some clips of the thing, and like it doesn't really, like, the humor also doesn't really seem like it's my kind of thing, and it doesn't feel like because it does feel a little bit Reddit, I'm not gonna lie, and I think people are kind of hyping it up a little bit too much, right? Because it's like, attractive woman in a video game, I have to defend it or something, right? Like I think people have been a bit, a bit kind of weird like that. But back to Christian Man, right? So because the guy that I'm
I'll get rid of
criticizing
this
here,
painting.
you can get rid of it. Oh, you can put it in the side. It's a nice painting.
All right, it's
painting.
so small that nobody can see it, but
yeah, exactly. It could be a little, put her in the corner. Put it in the picture corner. So basically, the guy, there's this guy on Twitter, right? He's like a Christian man. He presents himself as big Christian dude, right? And in response to the article, that was basically the devs saying, "Hey, we kind of regret the fact that we didn't add the sex scenes that we were planning to add because, probably because of like ratings and reasons and stuff behind it, right?" His response to that was, "Porn should not be in video games."
Oh.
No porn allowed in video games. No sex, even if it's like, it's such a weird position, because you look at Game of Thrones, and Game of Thrones, you're allowed to have fucking incest in the first episode, like just raw dog, just watching them fuck, right? And that's like integral to the plot, and that's fine. You're allowed, you're allowed to have that, right? You're allowed to have Game of Thrones, but oh no, God forbid you have sex in a video game, right? It's not like Mass Effect. It's not like Mass Effect didn't do that like fucking 10 years ago or some shit,
I mean, there's a small difference in that you choosing it, you have some agency in it instead of just a story that a highly intellectual story about the themes and
I don't think that like actually matters though.
Not that much.
Because I don't think that like, if because it's one thing if it's like, okay, you have like a porn game, right? Where the point of the game is it's erotic, right? And then it's another thing when it's like, okay, we want to use like erotic content as supplemental to the story that we're trying to tell, right? We're doing this romance plot with this character, right? And the emotional payoff for that like quest line / romance, right, is they fuck. The characters fuck because they love each other, right? Or something like that, right? Like if it, like I don't see why it has to be it's not like an all or nothing thing. Just because it has sex in it, right, doesn't mean that it has to fucking, it has to be discounted or discredited, right?
I don't know. It kind of does sound insecure that any inclusion of any sexual makes it porn.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's very fucking.
And
weird.
I mean, on this specific Twitter thing, right? I don't feel it's that necessary to argue and debate over, because it's a very silly thing. And you know, the old days of the old visual novels where you had to include sex to get them to be to sell them at all. The old Fate Stay Night, you know, Tsukihime, and others.
I'm not going to get into a big debate about the Fate Stay Night thing, but let's just say there's interviews that indicate that it's not that it wasn't just we added sex to fucking sell the game.
Alright.
Because a lot of people argue that. They argue they were forced, Ellie, to add the sex.
I'm not saying that
scenes,
they're forced to. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know you're not. I know you're not saying that. I'm just saying that when you're talking about like, they had to add the sex, it's a similar argument. So I'm trying to kind of, I'm course correcting you a little bit so you don't accidentally make that argument.
Alright, no.
Because because they like to be in denial, right, about the fact that Fate had, you know, erotic content. There was a really famous Twitter thread that everyone bashed on from another Christian guy who was like, Fate is like it's not didn't have any problematic, and then you actually read the interviews and they're like, oh yeah, no, we wanted to have the fucking sex scenes.
Yeah. But you know, basically that, right? Visual novels, PC games, you know, throw some sex in it, because it's fun, because you want to, and it sells more. So why not? You have 3 reasons and 0 reasons not to. What was the thing? Yeah, that doesn't make those games porn necessarily, right? That makes it some, you know, yeah, sure, adult games, but not wholesale porn. Is a bit much.
Yeah, again, it's like I feel like just there needs to be like some kind of like, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing, and that's the problem I have with like the Christian side of this. Is like they view it as like an all or nothing. You cannot have any sexual content in the thing ever. It's bad as sin. It is a sin to show intimacy, you know, or whatever.
Yeah, that's just the whole, you know, lust or just, you know, attraction is sinful thing.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate, that's another example that would probably be very sinful, yeah. But anyway, we should probably...
but Baldur's Gate has the sinful magic, you know, satanic magic and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see. So what's our man gonna say? Let's see what he's gonna say.
Major anime genres into a handy tier list to let you know which genres to avoid.
Wait,
Starting out at the peak of family-friendly fun, we have these...
Yes, I am. Kind of. There it is.
Oh no.
I was in other windows, and that sometimes happens when the screen doesn't...
okay, alright, well there we go. He's doing the tier list.
Yeah.
This is basically your rated G kind of anime. You won't be seeing much of
your rated G anime.
You only have 2 major genres, beginning with the little kid genre, Kodomomoke. You won't be hearing much about this one, but you...
Oh, look, he's using fancy words, Ellie. Look at that. He's using...
I never heard of Kodomomoke.
Me neither.
Child Marvel. What's? I'll just look it up for myself.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Research time. It's interesting because I've obviously been watching all of Digimon. That's been a project I've been working on for the last few months. I'm at the end of Tamers. I'm like 10 episodes left on Tamers, and like, it's interesting how he's bringing that up as like family friendly when. For kids, like that's actually the real thing here, right? Like he's saying that like Digimon is family friendly, and yet it had to be fucking censored by 4 kids in the States because they were worried about the Christians getting mad about it.
So
like, what the fuck are you? What are you fucking talking about?
Naretsu, Kodomomoke means 4 kids.
Oh, okay. So he's literally just saying, oh yeah, if you watch like the 4 kids version of...
I could have known if I recognize Muke as like turning towards, directed towards, so it's, you know, the proper...
Oh yeah, Tamers is fucking Kino. Yeah. Tamers is Kino. I'm like I said, I'm going through everything. I will probably get to Frontiers as well, but like... it is fascinating to me how this guy completely kind of has already fucked the ball here, because if this was such a family friendly show, why did you guys have to censor it, the Christians, right? Like, why did it have to be censored for the Americans by 4Kids? That was a Christian company, right? I believe, or not Christian, like directly Christian, but it was like they were marketing the anime to the primarily Christian American audience, right? So you can't fucking be like, oh yeah, this G-rated anime is like super wholesome or whatever, when it's like, no, we can't have them like showing guns and any like sexual content is bad. We have to rename Vamptramon or whatever into Mythicomon, because if we do, we can't reference like demons or like vampires or whatever, because that's like satanic, right? So we have to call them something different, right? Like, come on, bro. Come on. Miss me with this shit. All right?
Yeah.
Miss me with this.
But,
this
at least I learned a new term.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, we're an educational stream.
By one major example, Pokemon. Next to it is the sports genre, exemplified by the football anime.
Yeah. I wonder how he'd feel about Keijo. I wonder how he'd feel about fucking Keijo.
But sports is always, Hannibal. You know that not tennis, the other tennis, or with the shuttlecock.
Oh fuck. Badminton.
Oh yeah, badminton. Badminton is it has a very neat OP, right? With the lines and the slow mo, and then later in the OP it speeds up again. That show is super drama. Also, I don't think that. I mean, sure, it's very Christian, I guess, but also Hanafuda. When the Japanese thing where the radio plays a Japanese saying, and you have to start with, and then the saying is, what's the saying do you have in New Zealand?
I don't know.
Early bird. Yeah, early bird catches the worm.
Oh yeah, early bird gets the worm or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. So you have this. You have in front of you all these words, and one of them says "gets the worm," and it's your job to as soon as you hear and you have, oh wait, he's going to say early. That means he's going to say early bird, and then it's your job to rush to the second part of that saying to get a point of it. That's Hanafuda, and I watched like a couple of episodes of the first season. I mean, it's already big drama. Sports is so much drama, you won't believe it.
Yeah. So again, this is just like, all right, then I guess the Christians can watch the sports anime.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Although he's very demonic with all those flames and
yeah, a little bit. Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
Up next, we have the almost perfect tier. Here we have just a
little.
Oh
no! Wait, this is
maybe.
Oh no! Not my Gundams and my Sailor Moons. Oh no! And my Lucky Stars.
The rest of if this is actually. It's kind of worse than I expected. It's not just some measure of how Christian is it. It's, well, maybe I'm reading too much in this, in this category name, but saying this is almost perfect means that you're only really allowed the previous category. The previous category is certified Christian. These shows have some flaws that hold them back from being Christian. There's some demonic influence.
Let's see, let's see what he's got to say about it. Let's see.
Show a little more skin on a.
Oh my god, it's always the same. Oh no, Sailor Moon. They showed a little bit of skin. Oh no, Gundam.
Oh yeah, panty shots in Sailor Moon, and
Yeah. Oh no.
Underwear.
Oh no, it's ruined. It's ruined. God, these people are so fun to make. They're great. It's so easy. Like. Okay, so there's like a Soy Jack meme, right? That's like a guy. He's like holding up like a piece of paper and he has a t-shirt on and he's like, I am a little whiny little bitch, and I cry very easily. Please don't bully me. Here is a list of everything that makes me cry. Please don't bully me. That's what this feels like, right? This is what it feels. It's like when Christians do this shit, right? It's like here is like us, like please don't make fun of this, right? Like, please, how am I not meant to make fun of this, right? When it's like, oh, this could have been a perfect Christian anime, but she showed ankle, Ellie. She showed ankle.
Don't tell me
she showed her naples. Oh no!
Tell me her nape is covered at least. At least her nape. Don't show her nape.
Yeah. It's fuck. It's god. It's it's so fucking silly. Like you expect people not to make fun of this? Like, come on, come on. Oh man.
I direct the other categories.
Generally, you.
Oh no, a dirty joke! A dirty joke, Ellie!
I mean, Lucky Star Konata, right? The blue-haired girl, right? At like halfway through the episode, she becomes legally 18, right? Or legally 18, that's main.
Something like that,
she becomes an adult and openly starts playing her eroge, which she has been doing all this time along anyway. But... I remember this scene. One of the characters is a cop, and so she plays an eroge, and the cop walks in, and Konata's like, "You're not going to mention anything?" I mean, I am adult now, but I've been playing this for years, I guess. But I guess she doesn't care because I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
Is he not going to acknowledge that one of the characters is certified gooner, as the youth would say these days?
So, yeah, as the youth say, yeah. God, all right.
Won't find here. Once again, we have 3 genres: mecha robots, best seen in the various Gundam series. Next, we have shoujo, which means girl in Japanese. You'll often find this pair.
All of shoujo.
All of shoujo is. All of shoujo is like is almost perfect Christian anime. Okay, everyone. Madoka Magica, big Christian.
I don't even think that Madoka is shoujo. It doesn't really feel like.
Gushing over Magical Girls, big Christian.
Oh no! Oh yeah, Magical Girls. Magical Girls is shoujo.
Yeah, shoujos and Magical Girls. Yeah,
oh, they're the same. Like... I forgot all those.
Yeah,
manga about romance and conflict and near molestations and rape and whatnot, and all that happens, and concerns about that girls might have and might experience.
Big Christian.
Very Christian.
Big super Christian. God, it's so.
Because you're not allowed to talk about the rape that girls experience, because that's not Christian.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
Romance genre or the magical girl.
Oh, look, there you go. Look, there you go. Yeah, it feels right.
At least he differentiates shoujo a bit, but it's still.
I guess. But anyway, let's keep going.
This is aimed at a young female target demographic. Think Sailor Moon. Finally, there's the slice of life genre. This genre is all about letting characters exist in their ordinary scenarios without some major overarching plot driving them to act. Less combat, more bonding. Plan adds your go-to for this one. A rung lower on the wholesome scale, we have the Be Careful.
Oh no!
Is it going to be
careful?
Fantasy and romance? I believe romantic comedy.
Let's see. I'm giddy in my seat right now. I'm hyped. I'm hyped to find out because this is great.
You're gonna want to start filtering out some anime at this point. There will be quote unquote fan service, which means sexually.
Why?
What a fucking bitch!
It's so baby.
What a loser! What if again? It's I gotta find that meme of like,
hey, look,
naked
lady, naked ass.
Yeah.
Look here. Be scared.
Let's see if I can find this meme I'm talking about because it is. Yeah. Oh no. I gotta see if I can find this fucking like.
The painting will go away, people.
Look at this now. Here is the list. Yeah, here we go. I got it. I got the meme. Hang on.
Look at it while you still can.
Look at it while you still can, because it's about to get replaced by a dumb soy jack. It's a censored version too, so we won't get in trouble. Because, but it's the first one I found, so here you go. Yeah, here we go.
Then refresh.
Might be a little bit mean. Might be a little bit mean, but at the same time, it's. I feel it's amped. That's what this feels like.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we got to change the frame. There you go. This is the video. That's the video. Here's some embarrassing information about me. Please don't bully me with it. No. Again, how am I not supposed to make fun of this? How are we not supposed to make fun of, oh no, you have to start filter. I can't even show you examples of the thing that I get triggered by, right? Like I'm not even able to show you.
Just show
Please
bikini
don't watch. Listen, I'm telling you, Ellie, don't watch this thing. I'm not going to show you what it is.
Just show Bikini Warrior. You know, whatever. Bikini Warrior, fighter lady.
Oh, it's so. How am I not meant to bully this man? Like, come on. This is sad.
Did you know, Noretsu, did you know we had another video of this guy in the queue, or you know, in the possible to watch?
Oh no. It's just like, because I know people that are like religious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know people that are Christians. I know people that have like religious inclinations. They don't fucking behave like this. They don't fucking behave like this. They don't fucking go, oh no, I can't watch the animes because of my religion. You know, like most of them fucking love shit. Like, you know, most of them are able to watch the anime without any fucking problem, right? You know, like they don't care. So it's like, again, this guy is just being such a whiny little bitch. But anyway, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Identifying content in a significant amount of these, and clothing will cover less skin than the previous tier. First up in this tier, we have
fantasy, like I said.
Oh no, Silent Witch, Ellie. Totally. Sadly, it's not. You got to be careful. You got to be careful when watching Silent Witch. You might see something that's not Christian. Oh no.
Is he going to include?
Oh no.
Because it has magic. Because, you know, Christians hate
well, let's see. Let's find out. Let's find out.
Have the fantasy. This is where you'll find anything from Fullmetal Alchemist to Kill la Kill, meaning that you'll want to look.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Isn't fantasy?
Kill la Kill is a fantasy show? Wait a minute. What the fuck did you just say?
I wouldn't. Kill la Kill's like an action. I wouldn't put it in. I mean, some people.
Hang on, I got a reality check. Hang on, I got. Give me a second. I'll look up on Annie Char. I'll use Annie Char.
Yeah, go and or
Kill
my anime list.
Kill la Kill 2013. It is an action comedy, ecchi school superpower urban fantasy. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that's fine, right?
What does
urban
the mail
fantasy.
say, just for funsies, right?
What is that? Yeah, well, okay.
Oh, it's the same. Urban fantasy.
Okay, all right. Well, that's still a bit of an out there pick, honestly. A little bit of a. I think that's a bit of an out there kind of choice to use when you're talking about fantasy anime. Like Fullmetal Alchemist, I could kind of get, like I could kind of see that as like fantasy, right? Like that's okay. But like, yeah, Kill la Kill. That was a weird one. That was a weird one.
I would put it like it's supernatural almost. Or I haven't. Urban fantasy might be, you know, correct. Supernatural.
Yeah, but I think the problem is when you say fantasy anime, you think about stuff like, you know, Dungeon Meshi was one of the things he showed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Dungeon Meshi, Silent Witch is definitely fantasy. A lot of the isekais are definitely fantasy. Like, you think sword and sorcery, magic type shit. You don't think like Kill la Kill, right? Like, I feel like if he wanted to talk about like, yeah, I think his choice of examples here is not great.
No,
It's
I
not
mean,
very good.
if you talk about urban fantasy, it's kind of conjure up more like a Fire Force feel, right?
Yeah, Fire Force it would probably fall under that. Yeah, I could see that.
But
Well,
anyway, this
okay,
is
so I'm
just
having a look.
we don't like.
I'm actually having a look at the tag, right? So on the tag, it's like Solo Leveling, Tokyo Ghoul, Kaiju, Chainsaw Man, Date
Yeah,
Alive, Fate Stay Night is urban fantasy, Ancient Magnus Bride. So I don't know of how I feel about like I think using the term fantasy in a general sense, because I feel like there's a reason you have urban fantasy versus like fantasy, right? If that makes
yeah.
sense.
And then you have
I
supernatural.
feel there's a reason. I feel like there's a reason. There's a distinction there, and I think that him using the examples that he's using to describe fantasy when he is describing urban fantasy is a little bit. I think most people are going to have that same reaction where they're like, "What the fuck are you talking
I mean, not every superhero movie isn't a fantasy show, although, Marvel blurs the lines a lot with the science fictions and the magic and the superpowers, all the ones. But just say you're simple Spider-Man. Woo, Spider-Man. That's I wouldn't call that an
urban
urban.
fantasy?" Yeah.
I wouldn't call that an urban fantasy because he can shoot webs with science or biology, one or the other. It is fictional, but it's not a magic spell that he casts or something.
Yeah, is counting anything supernatural as fantasy? Yeah,
I guess so, but it's not the definition I would go. But we're talking about definitions, not the video anymore.
Yeah, we're arguing definitions. It's whatever. It's just like it was a very weird, like very jarring example. But let's see what he's going to say about. Yeah, let's see what he's going to say about it.
What's wholesome fantasy and what's nasty fantasy?
Nasty. Oh, he's not even going to give us any examples. He's just going to be like, "Oh yeah, you got to watch out for that nasty fantasy, the evil demonic fantasy, Ellie. Watch out." And then, all right, well, let's hear romance, and then because we're only
you're like a second ahead.
This is a dense fucking video.
You're like a second.
Everything he says.
You're like a second ahead of me. I feel because I haven't said any.
Let me kind of like I'll
like
move
one
to
stick.
Yeah, and that'll maybe reset.
Out for what's wholesome fantasy and what's nasty fantasy. The only other genre in this tier is romance, where things can vary between the family-friendly Horimiya to the why was I cursed with eyesight rent a girlfriend.
I'm getting.
It's almost like genres are like diverse and can have varying levels of crossover and content, and putting them in a tier list in a general sense like this is kind of stupid to begin with.
Oh, Naretsu, let's categorize the entire genre of action game into watch out, there's a bit of variation between your action games. And your role-playing games, oh yeah, your role-playing games can either be Undertale, I guess, or that game from the L site. Right? It can be a game from the L side, your action, your RPGs, or it can be Undertale. And one of them is family friendly and Christian, and the other one is less so, I guess.
Not so much, yeah. But any.
Descending pits of despair, we have the can't watch half of the.
Kaguya? Okay, you cannot.
Yeah. What the fuck? Is it because of like the shower scene? Is that the problem? Like
in Kaguya, what shower scene?
Well, the one where they're in the shower and it's like they're naked, right?
I think it was an OVA. I have to admit I didn't watch it.
Well, who knows? Whatever. You get what I mean. Like,
I think it's romantic comedy that he's going to complain about.
But anyhow.
Or harem.
Opening with rom-coms. As is the case with American rom-com movies, a lot of these anime can be very raunchy, like a couple of cuckoos. Then there's the biggest and most influential.
God, he's like fucking blitzing through this. Like he's.
And also
man, you got 10 minutes. You have like fucking 8 minutes of a video left. You don't need to go this fast. Like you.
Also,
you could have slowed down a bit.
you're not explaining anything, right? Why should
No.
what do I watch out for? Why is this bad?
Yeah, what specifically am I watching out for? Yeah, like what
Oh,
is the
Naretsu.
unchristian thing?
Oh, Naretsu, you're in traffic, right? And
Yeah.
you don't have to watch out for babies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, understood. Now, children.
Yeah.
Children are risky.
Yeah, they like to jump out in front of the car.
No.
Their ball goes over the fence, and they go after it. And
alright, so actually, Naretsu, a little bit lower than children are adults, but it varies.
Mm.
And then next up in the list is bicycles.
Yeah, cyclists.
A car.
Yeah.
And then you have car. Next up, truck. And not explaining why or how and how you would deal with these threats that I'm explaining to you.
Yeah, it's very silly.
I think Death Note, chat, right? I think Death Note is more of a is about the action or the drama thing of it, or maybe just supernatural. All
right. Well, anyway, it's shonen time. Can't what? So I find it funny because it's like stuff made for girls. Yeah, that's Christian. You can watch stuff made for girls. Stuff made for boys. Yeah, no, haram. Absolutely haram.
Is he going to... No. Death Note is shonen.
God.
So is he going? Was that the example?
This man is such a loser. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude, but this is just pathetic. Anyway.
Shonen, Japanese for boy. This is where you'll find classics like One Piece, Dragon Ball, and Naruto. These are mostly solid, but their glaring problem is their female character designs and fan service scenes. It is targeting a teenager.
Not the big fights. Not the
magic, not the magic and the violence and the demons. No, it's the female character designs. They're too sexual in Naruto. So fucking bad.
Boy demographic, after all. Up next is
God. He's just like, yeah. Watch out for those sexy women. Look out! I can't look at the woman. I look at my pee-pee. If my pee-pee go pee-pee, it's like no. My pee-pee go hard, and if he's
why does he have JoJo in the background of Thriller? JoJo is in the Thriller. JoJo is like prime shonen.
Okay.
I
guess.
I think it's JoJo in the background. Am I wrong? Maybe not. Maybe it's something different.
I don't know. It's just I just God.
no,
but
it's,
anyway,
it's different panels of different things. It's Naruto. I see. Never mind.
Genre. Its placement all the way down here may surprise you, but despite Death Note being mostly safe for work, it shares the genre with Cyberpunk Edgerunners, Future Diary, and Ghost in the Shell.
So your categories are completely useless.
Yeah, and like again, you can't watch Cyberpunk because oh no, the
the cultural post-apocalypse of the cyberpunk is it features a lot of downtrodden people.
I'm going I have to I'm going to go to hell because I watched the Cyberpunk. I'm going to go to hell. It's over. It's so over, Ellie. I'm done. It's done. The West has fallen.
We're very we're very him not explaining actually why or how or maybe he should make this.
It makes his argument worse, right? Because if you had let's say an adult Christian person, because I honestly feel like the way this guy acts. It's like he's fucking 13 or some shit, right? Like, oh no, the boobies. If you had an actual priest or an actual religious person, be like, okay, so what the Bible says, you know, and you know we're meant to, you know, avoid sin and temptation and whatnot, right? But you know, here's like the reasons why this anime. It reminds me of back in the day. There was a website, I think it was like Good Christian Gamer or something, where there was a guy who was doing like Christian game reviews, right? And he was like a pretty chill guy, right? From what I remember, like he would be like, all right, like here is, you know, the game. Is it safe for your kids to play? You know, should you, you know, is there anything you got to be careful about? You know, and all that. If you don't, you know, all that kind of stuff, right? And you know, like he was never like we need to censor stuff, or oh, this is bad, or this is evil, or whatever. It was more from the perspective of just like, hey, you know, here's what you should look out for if you're Christian and you'd want to like avoid that kind of stuff, right? And I can appreciate that, right, on a level, right? But he actually like got into it and was like, yeah, this is exactly what the problem is, right? This is the thing, right? You know, because if you don't do that, you end up in a situation like this guy, right, where what is the actual problem, right? Like, is it literally just, oh no, woman, you know? I see a woman on the screen and she's not wearing like a burqa and my pee-pee gets hard and that's bad, right? Like, is that actually what the fucking problem is? Because you're not actually explaining, oh, what makes like comedy, right, as an entire genre of anime. The comedy genre of anime is you can't watch half of them because they don't conform to Christian values, right?
And the problem is,
like,
is that its genres are way too broad. If we are going to fix this, right, so we can say that, you know, cyberpunk as a genre, I can assume isn't very Christian friendly, right? But when we have
lots of sex, lots of you know,
violence, guns,
war,
drugs,
violence,
whatever, more moral, God's gone, God is dead, etc. The same can be said if we go for something like noir shows, right? If you have a noir show, you got your loose women that the detective fucks for one night, and then he goes on and whatnot, and your drinks, and your drugs, and your cigar smokes, and whatnot. So that's two genres that we have already in that sense, right? Then we can say like battle shonen, right? Instead of shonen as a whole, let's do battle shonen. And battle shonen can be iffy, because you got some fan service now and again in your shonen, battle shonen, but not all the time. So that's more of a depend kind of thing. And then I don't know. Then you have your Kodomomuke shows that are totally friendly. And sure, yeah, your slice of life is already kind of a thing, but you can even further differentiate your slice of life in your Iyashi case, and what was another one, Kuki K. You can, with a little bit more precision delineation between the different types of common shows in these broader genre categories, this list could have been almost useful. Not never actually useful, but way more useful, because oh no, filler. Yeah, Death Note is fine, but Cyberpunk drags it down. What's the point of putting filler as its own category then? Because it doesn't really tell you, it doesn't warn you. The whole point of this list is to warn you and inform you. But if you're saying to me, oh yeah, I put it here, but it can go wrong. Oh yeah, Naretsu, it's safe to cross this street, but sometimes you will die.
Yeah, you have a 20% chance of dying if you cross the street.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, let's keep going.
Finally, there's similarly dragged down, this time by Konosuba, No Game No Life, and Panty and Stocking.
Please don't make fun of me.
It's all about sex again. I mean,
Konosuba is so popular. It's degenerate and problematic.
Konosuba has like one scene, right? The one episode.
Oh,
Like,
but he steals the woman's panties, and that's bad. Oh, darkness exists. That's bad. Oh, no.
I really think it's the one succubus thing in like episode 6.
Also, No
Season.
Game, No Life is a comedy show. No Game, No Life is a comedy show. What are you high? Are you fucking high?
Isn't that,
What are you talking?
I can't really think of a succinct category for No Game No Life right
well,
now.
It's obviously an isekai, right? It's an isekai.
Yeah,
I would
but
describe it as
that's
like
not really
fantasy.
a genre, so I was thinking more.
Well, I describe it just as a fantasy because it's not it's a comedy
right.
show. Yeah, like it's not a comedy show, and like it's definitely leans more into like fantasy tropes than anything. So I kind of, yeah, again. Oh man. Oh god. Hey, here we go.
Tier, where the debauchery is as
isekai as a genre. Yes, I said.
Not just isekai, Ellie. Not just any isekai.
Slime.
It's your favorite.
You should have put Sword Art Online there. That would be perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's go.
Blatant as the airwaves allow. Kicking us off is
there we go.
The death of artistry, the isekai genre. This is where all of those I Married My Little Sister in Another World shows come from. While it does have safe for work shows like
Zenshu, I want to read what it said.
Alright, hang on.
Naratsu, go back to that one moment.
Those I Married My Little Sister in Another World shows.
This isn't an example of that, by the way. This is just the two being best friends. I needed a visual for this part.
Slander. Defamation.
Slander, yeah. False information. Dead. Death penalty.
While it does have safe for work shows like Zenshu and Ascendance of a Bookworm, the majority is nasty stuff, like jobless reincarnation. Next up
nasty stuff. It's so funny.
Nasty stuff.
Oh, nasty.
I know, it's so
nasty
so
stuff.
Like, I don't know, like, it's like, I'm getting to the point where I don't know if this guy is legit. Right? I don't know if are we just getting trolled right now? Because it's one of those things where it's like, does this guy seriously expect to be taken seriously? Right? When he's like, oh, some isekai are good, but you gotta watch out for those the nasty ones. Most of it's nasty. And now he's gonna talk about fucking seinen, which is like, oh yeah, so basically every single fucking anime that's made for adults is nasty.
Oh, so you mean Kaguya-sama?
Yeah. Like every anime.
That romantic comedy. That romantic comedy is a seinen. Because Naretsu, spoilers for Kaguya-sama, they fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
The two protagonists, antagonists really, are two antagonists in the show because they keep sabotaging each other and themselves. Eventually have sex. Is it now a bad show? Is it? I suppose it is home in this depraved category because they have sex at some point in the series.
But again, that's why I'm like, this is just like I can't tell if this guy is just trolling.
Naretsu, with the amount of videos he's made, he is an actual Christian that is very insecure. That's my analysis.
It reeks of insecurity. Yeah, it reeks of insecurity and feeling like fucking. I'm sorry. How am I not meant to make fun of this? How am I not meant to make fun of this? Right? It's just fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry that you can't watch, like, 90% of anime because, I don't know, some guy hundreds of years ago wrote some shit in a book. Like, I'm sorry for you, okay? But you don't have to make that everyone else's fucking problem.
Not even, like, writing it 100 years ago, like, 50 years ago, oh no, we now decide...
We have to rewrite, we have to write a new version, yeah.
No, not that. So I don't care about retranslations and new editions. It's about, oh no, we now decide that the Bible says this. From this day onward, from 19 from 1985, we now have decided that this is the norm. This is what the Bible says, and it has been for 1,000 years and whatnot. You know, there's all those ideas of morals and how families are supposed to be and whatnot. And it's all, from the Bible, but it's all decided in the last generation that it is normal.
Seinen, Japanese for young man. This is where the more realistic or gritty stories tend to go. While you do have appropriate anime like Attack on Titan and Vinland Saga,
yeah, obviously Attack on Titan and Vinland Saga, that's fine. That's
okay, I guess it's only violence and blood.
The most popular story in this genre is Berserk, which is definitely...
Oh!
We were talking anime. The Berserk anime isn't bad. Why is he showing manga? I don't care about manga here.
Well, what do you mean, Ellie? The Berserk anime is... Well, I mean, the original one is not, but you know what I mean. It's bad, yeah. But okay, I want to go back. What is he actually going to say? Hang on. Let's hear him out. Let's let him go.
The most popular story in this genre is Berserk, which is definitely not safe for work. Lastly, I know...
Oh my god, that's all he says. That's all he fucking says. He's like, the most popular seinen is Berserk. That's not even safe
true.
For work. That's not okay, kiddos.
It's not even true. I don't know what the most popular seinen is, but it's not...
I know Berserk is probably up there, but at the same time,
of all of seinen, Naretsu, whatever...
It's so fucking dumb. I'm sorry, this is just silly.
I'm just very sure that Berserk isn't the most popular seinen, because seinen is such an insanely broad category. Oshinoko might be more popular, right? Oshinoko is seinen.
Yeah,
Oshinoko was massive. It's massive.
And again, he doesn't explain anything. He just leaves you hanging.
It's like, nasty.
Oh yeah, the most popular anime in his view in existence is
what he's going to say. We found the guy. This is the guy that says Game of Thrones is nasty. We shouldn't watch it.
Yeah, the potential Christian. Meet the potential Christian. So dumb.
I'll probably get some questions about it, so I figured I'd mention quote-unquote Western anime, otherwise known
quote-unquote Western anime. What? Alright.
Known as cartoons or Western animation. The reason it's down in this tier is because of the sheer excessive nudity of shows like Netflix's Castlevania. Now, there's...
Yeah, he would have a problem with Game of Thrones, wouldn't he? Like, he would be the guy that would be like, oh, how dare they show the fucking in the nipples and it's disgusting. Oh, the human body is so gross. I'm shaking. I'm literally shaking.
I'll never forget the moment when my dear mom saw me watching Dragon Ball and said, no, that's too violent. You can't watch the Dragon Ball. And then I watched whatever other show and there were breasts and nudity in it and that was fine. Good old Europe versus the good old America. Getting arms cut off and dismembered and your stomach spilled out. Oh, sure, that is very Christian. Nudity, a breast? No, that's bad.
Haram! It's haram!
Terrible.
You cannot do it. It's so bad.
Show me Life of Brian. It's good education, Life of Brian.
Violence, yeah. All right,
and not violence.
One final tier, Fire and Brimstone. Everything here is basically...
Let's see.
It's my tier.
What's the first one? I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Because the middle is gay and the bottom is harem, that's I can tell.
Wait, did he just put DXD? No, he just put DXD in there twice.
Is it
They're both DXD.
Oh, it's both harem.
It's both DXD. Yeah, it is. The one on the top is DXD. It's just a different, season of it. Because the art style was different, but I recognize the symbol in the background. It's DXD. It's the same fucking... What a dumb fuck.
Harem and gay. Why isn't Gundam here?
Yeah. Anyway, it's... God, we're only halfway through this video.
What is he going to say more next?
I don't know. Let's find out.
of our harem, yaoi, which means gay, yuri, which means girl gay, and ecchi, which is just straight up pornography.
That's
I don't think we
alright.
even want examples. Today.
Itchy is straight pornography.
That's pin-up models, my
Yeah.
friends. That's your pin-up Playboy magazines.
Yeah, it's just straight up pornography, Ellie. It's just it's the same thing. You see, you see a boobie, you see a nipple, girl gay is a funny term, yeah. It's girl gay. You see a nipple, you see the nipples, and it's like, oh no. Again, it's like how the fuck are people not meant to make fun of this? Like, how is this not funny, right? How is this not something that's deserving of mockery, right? Like you are literally like being the soy jack, right? You're literally like, look at all these things that make me uncomfortable and make me fucking, quiver in my boots.
Yeah.
When I see the woman, or see the naked woman, right? Like, oh no, it's so bad. And then they fucking like, and then people bully them for it, and they're like, oh please, why are you bullying me?
Fortunately,
Stop it.
sometimes these soy jacks are the payment processor providers that
Yeah.
that shut off buying games. Oh, this makes me uncomfortable. Let me just disable the ability to.
Isn't there someone you forgot to ask? Just fucking... Oh man.
Basically.
Now, genres, very good, but you're not quite done yet. Many of the genres in the lower tiers have a lot of wholesome or otherwise non-problematic anime worth watching. Sometimes an anime...
Oh yeah, fucking... You don't know wholesome anime? A wholesome anime? Fucking Read Ranger, Ellie, right? That's a wholesome anime, right? You know?
And
when they're in the bathtub, and they're...
Oh, but the clip that he just showed with the girl in the purple sweater is also an isekai, but it was like an overworked artist being isekai'd in a thing, and she does a thing. But that show is presumably very wholesome, but it's an isekai. How can this be?
Well, let's see what he has to say, because I bet he's gonna like say, "Oh, it looks good on the surface," but then you watch it and boobies.
Simultaneously part of a top tier and bottom tier genre. So how can we tell? Here's the inside baseball. Every time someone recommends an anime to me, I make sure to check the content warnings for it. The absolute best resource for this, hands down, is the IMDb Parents Guide.
How can you live like this?
Press on the Google button and then type out these words.
Okay. So like on the one hand, right? I don't disagree with how you should do some research before you like watch something, right? Because I do think that, like, I mean, I remember back when I was ranting about the fucking Gushing Over Magical Girls guy, the wolf guy, like a while ago. I wonder if that guy's uploaded anything in a while. I should probably check. It's probably been a while. But I remember when I was like ranting about that guy, one of the problems I had with that guy was like he didn't actually do any research into what Gushing Over Magical Girls actually was. And so when he's criticizing it for what it's not, right? Like, like I don't think it's fair to necessarily like, oh, I wanted this thing to be one thing and it's not that thing, therefore it's bad, right? I don't really like that as a criticism. I would rather criticize something for what it is and what it's trying to do and whether or not it executes that idea, in a good way, right? And so I don't have a problem with, oh, you want to go look up, content warnings or like, find recommendations and stuff. I just think it's like the way he's presenting this here comes off as just fucking pathetic. Like, I have to go to the IMDb parenting guide to make sure I am allowed to watch anime.
Because I am a baby and I want to.
because I'm a baby, right? I'm not an adult that can make my own decisions, right? That's what it comes like. It doesn't come off as like, because we go through the seasonal charts, right? And we look at the synopsises, we look at the genres, we look at and we decide what we're gonna watch, kind of based off that, right? Like we look at all the different
key visuals if we feel like it.
Yeah, we look at the visuals, we look at the, and we can kind of get a pretty good idea of what a show is going to be based off that, right? We don't need to go to like the IMDb parenting guideline fucking page to figure out if I'm allowed to watch something oh no, could this anime maybe have sin in it, right? And it makes me wonder, like, what happens when he's like watching an anime and then, like, I don't know, a fan service shot happens. Does he just like cover his eyes like a pussy, or like just turn the TV off and like run away into his room to cry into his fucking pillow or something? Like, that's what it feels like to me, right?
And you
Like,
just
God.
remember it, save the timestamp so he can tell his preacher at the exact timestamp that he showed a bad thing.
Yeah, when he goes to the confessional booth, he has to be like, "Oh, forgive me, Father, I have sinned. What did you do, my son? Oh, I was watching an anime again, and I saw a nipple at 12 minutes 48 seconds
On this show, on this timestamp,
in this show. It is
YouTube
okay.
video.
I shall cleanse you of your sin, my son. You are forgiven by God," or some shit. It's like, it's okay. All right. Let's keep going.
You're going to want to pull up the anime that you want to watch, followed by the words Parents Guide, and then click on the first result from IMDb. This is a resource where you'll find parents or otherwise concerned citizens making note of the
concerned citizens.
Concerned citizens.
Content in any given film, video game, or in our case, anime. Now, stay tuned because later in the video, I'm going to be giving you insider info covering what the Parents Guide actually misses. For now, let's see what it has to offer. The Parents Guide splits the notes by category: impurity, violence, profanity,
impurity. Can he not even say sex and nudity? Is he that cucked? Is he that much of a cuck? And he can't even say sex and nudity.
Because
he has to say wait, hang on. Did we mishear? Hang on.
No,
before
we didn't. Right,
bully the man. If I'm gonna bully the man, I want to bully the man factually, right? I want to be correct in my bullying.
Let's see what it. The Parents Guide splits the notes by category: impurity,
impurity,
substances, and intense and frightening scenes.
So lame. Look, Christians and right-wingers, right, act like this, and then they wonder why people like Mandani won in New York. Right? I'm sorry, but not as we know, everything's political, so we could talk about politics, right?
Sure.
Like, this shit is why you guys keep fucking losing, right? Even when you win, right? Like, Trump won a second term, right? You had a big fucking red wave, massive gains for the right-wingers, right? And then what the fuck do you do with it, right? What do you guys end up doing with it? Oh, I know what we're going to do with it. We're going to try to fucking make porn illegal by putting pressure on payment processes and shit and doing a bunch of weird fucking like obscenity law nonsense. Oh yeah, that'll fucking ensure that we can maintain power in the future. Oh yeah, let's just bring in. Look, we need to have digital ID on the internet, right? Like Europe's doing, everywhere else is doing it. Like we need to make it so that anonymity on the internet. Fuck that. You're not allowed to be anonymous on the internet. Like we got to stop you from being able to look at the evil images, the evil pixels, Ellie. You can't look at the evil pixels. Oh, what's that? Fucking, it's so frustrating. Like, I don't want any of you fuckers to win, right? I don't want the lefties that go on about the problematic fucking, oh, this is sexist and racist and fucking whatever. We have to ban it, right? It's bad, right? I don't want those guys to win. And I don't want you guys to win either. Because the moment you guys get fucking power, you fucking backstab us. It's crazy. It's fucking insane.
Yeah,
and again, I'm supposed to take this seriously as well. That's what's getting me. Like this, I'm meant to take this guy seriously when he can't even fucking say the word sex and nudity. Like, what the fuck?
And I really don't feel like this is a YouTube thing. Like, oh, I don't want this the video to be demonetized, so I'm just going to it.
Yeah. Fucking, sorry, someone responded to the tweet I made. Hey, Ali, is your mic on? Are you sure your mic's on this time? Are you sure? Because someone a good friend of the show tweeted, "Make sure your mics are on this time, you fucks."
Was this the one guy
worry.
that was that here was a
No, it
video?
wasn't the commenter. It's an old friend of the show. You know
Alright. But no, this is because, whatever political thing they were voted on is less important than Bible and sex bad.
Yeah. Like stopping the left wingers from like turning like the world into an authoritarian fucking hellscape is like secondary to stopping you from looking at boobies.
And we
Right?
will become the authoritarian right to do so.
And the biggest thing, so this might be a little bit off topic, but like I don't know if you've been seeing it, you probably haven't, but like the schism that's happening on the right now, right? It's frustrating as shit because on the one side you have the actual fucking racist Nazis in Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson, and well, I don't think Tucker Carlson's a Nazi, but like you have Tucker Carlson is treating water for Nick Fuentes, right? But like you have like the actual legitimate fucking people that want to, kill the, they want to kill the people they don't like, right, and all that stuff, right? And then on the other side, you've got the fucking boomer cons that want to import the million Indians like I was talking about before with the H-1B because we need the GDP, Ellie. We need the GDP to go up. Number go up, right? You don't deserve to live in your hometown. You if you can't afford to live in your hometown, you should move, Ellie. Just move, right? Like,
yeah.
And those are your two options. Those are the two options you have on the right now. And I look at that and I go, God damn it, you people are so... It would be so easy to win, right? All you have to do is address the cost of living and you win. That's all you have to fucking do. But you people are so fucking dumb. You don't fucking, like, realize it. And I don't want to get like into like a giant rant about it, but it's like it frustrates me because I just hate everyone. I just hate everyone. That's where I'm at. I'm at the point now where I'm just like I hate everyone. Everyone sucks. Just fuck it. We're going full Nietzsche and nothing fucking matters on the cast today.
You need some hopium.
But anyway, we need some hopium. Yeah, we need some hopium.
Build 10 cities.
Build 10 cities, yeah. Okay, anyway, let's go. We're halfway through. We're 5 minutes out of 10. Let's go.
Each of these categories is ranked from mild to severe. For most categories, this is a matter of conscience, but I would advise that you stay away from moderate-rated anime in the...
Moderate? It can't even go above moderate. Holy shit!
You did say because they rated too Lucy. It's too moderate. It's too of a impure thing for him.
Yeah. He's recommending that you don't watch the moderate any show that's got the moderate. Like, oh man. Oh god.
The impurity category. If for some reason this fails, Crunchyroll lists its age rating in the overview tab alongside.
Yeah. Make sure you're and again, like I don't have a problem with like I don't have a problem on the face of it with people having their boundaries and making sure that they don't watch something that breaks those boundaries, right? I don't have like an actual issue with that in general, but the way that he's presenting this is just cucked. Right? Like I gotta make sure that I'm only watching anime made for children, Ellie. That's the only thing I'm allowed to watch. I can't watch anything mature at all. It's impossible. I'll turn into dust.
I mean, Natsu, the truth is that a lot of the adult shows, the big dramas, the big stories have big. Oh no, this woman that I love is actually married, so I'm going to cheat her, and then with a baby. But oh no, she has a miscarriage. But it turns out that the husband knew and fed her the abortifact to make her miscarriage and to make her feel guilty and come back to her. And it's like, Alright, so is this a very Christian story, or is this a
Yeah.
is this a very non? Is this a very? It's
Very
almost
yeah,
non-fiction.
very haram. Very haram.
It's
yeah,
also a very
haram.
non-fictionish story that could have happened with the amount of how drama life can be.
But anyway.
You have it. That's the Parent's Guide. With this tool, you'll be able to determine which anime. I'm sure that impure content isn't the only concern you may have. Let's rapid fire some other concerns. What about witchcraft? In our
Hey.
Please don't bully me! The witchcraft! Ah, no! Well, then why the fuck? Wait a minute. Because he was like, oh yeah, Pokemon, right, was fine. But there was literally a satanic panic around Pokemon. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you this guy has to be trolling. This has to be a troll. There's no fucking way this guy is real.
I'm very sure he's real.
He's either trolling or he's just retarded. I'm sorry. There's no fucking way. I cannot believe that someone is like, oh yeah, like Pokemon, that's totally Christian, right? Just ignoring the entirety of the 90s and 80s fucking satanic panic, right, around shit like Pokemon, saying that it was witchcraft and that it's summoning demons through the Pokemon cards, right? Like, what are you... Like, do you not even know the history of your own shit? Right?
And as you
How
said,
did Pokemon go from being witchcraft to being okay, and now we're going to talk about fucking, like, Little Witch Academia being satanic? Are you serious? You actually fucking serious?
I think you can just say that he's Christian.
Ah, fuck, man. All right, let's. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try not to pause every 5 seconds. I'm gonna try.
In Christian life, we are aware of the spiritual reality around us: grace, angels, demons, temptations, powers, and principalities. Just as these tangibly impact our lives, and just like how we can interact with them for better or worse, fictional stories also have their own renditions of spiritual realities. In these stories, magic is often not depicted as dealing with the demonic for personal gain, but rather as an ordinary physical, natural, or spiritual phenomenon. Covering your hand in electricity comes as naturally to Sasuke as throwing a javelin.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I have come up... Listen, Ellie, I have read the Bible and I've seen the numbers. I know the rapture is coming. I know it's coming. That's what this sounds like to me. Because he's like, oh, I have fucking logic pilled my way into being able to watch shows with magic in them, and even though it's
actual
not allowed.
Demons in them and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a thing that exists in this other world that isn't real.
Yeah, it's just a thing. It's just a thing that exists. There's no problem with it, right? Like, it's not... it's not like they're like making contracts with demons or whatever, which is ironic again, because if he's going to be like magical girls, right? Like Madoka Magica is literally making a contract, not with a demon, but like a lot of magical girl shows actually are about like making contracts or shit to get power, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of, I wonder, yeah, I'm wondering how Christian you really are there, buddy.
Does to you. That's the nature of fiction, that it's a false reality created to be different from our own, with its own rules and metaphysics. Also, there are often evil powers in anime, and most of the time, characters are punished for using them, so there's that. Next, there's the violence.
What they're not
to say that you should follow the
now it's violence time, so let's see what you can say about that.
Same guidelines that you do for film and television. Listen to your conscience, your gut, and your spiritual authorities like your priest or your pastor, and apply the same standard that you would apply to Western animation that you do to anime. It's always good to be consistent. Another concern I often get is about pagan or atheist influence in anime.
Pagan or atheist influence in anime?
I mean...
Pagan or atheist in... Wow. I'm getting speechless. It's so...
Oh yeah, no, so watch out for my atheist influences.
Yeah. Oh no.
I'm so influential.
Those evil atheists. How could they do this?
He must hate that show about Buddha and Jesus being roommates.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's see what he's gonna say.
Anime. I won't lie to you, there's certainly a good chunk of anime that treat God as a problem to be solved rather than as a personal
Oh,
Oh, hey, it's like the other one we watched where it's like, oh, why do the Japanese just like, why is Japan a godless country? They kill God, and all that shit. Um,
Killing God is an atheist influence. I never heard of that one before.
yeah. Oh no.
I know.
creator. But to paraphrase an exorcist, it's not a problem if your kid reads Harry Potter. It's only a problem when your kid knows Harry Potter better than he knows
Oh,
Jesus.
Naretsu, please. Naretsu, no. He says, to quote an exorcist, it's okay to... He's relying on an exorcist as his authority on the morals of reading Harry Potter. Well, according to an exorcist.
Yeah, according to an exorcist, like, it's okay as long as you know Jesus more than you know Harry Potter. Like, you know.
Wait, sorry, and I wasn't listening anymore because I was just so taken aback. Like,
yeah, he said you just.
Oh, according to my neighbor, it's totally okay to drive the other way in traffic.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just, nothing bad will happen, right? It's oh my god.
What do you say about Harry Potter? I didn't catch it.
Okay. Basically, he said like the Exorcist's quote was, "It's okay for your kid to know about Harry Potter or watch Harry Potter, right? As long as he knows Jesus more than he knows Harry Potter."
Oh, this is what I said in the beginning. The whole
it is. That's why I was reacting to it, because it was like, yeah, that's exactly what you said.
Damn.
He's using that exact excuse. It's fucking funny.
In other words, so long as the person watching anime has a good faith foundation and is immersed in the Christian life, then they don't have to fear being exposed to alternative worldviews. Now that that's all cleared up, why don't we go over a few tips for how to spot nasty anime? After all, the IMDb Parents Guide is by no means
funny every time.
Nasty. It's it's nasty. Oh.
Foolproof. Some hints that I picked up through trial and error, which have helped me better identify which anime are and aren't suitable to watch. To start, do you see this?
All right, hang on. I gotta hear this. I gotta know. All right, I gotta get before I'm over here. I'm shooting the load too quick. We're pre-jacking right now. All right, all right, let's hear what he's gonna say. Because this seems like it's gonna be great. This sounds fucking great.
And aren't watch. To start, do you see this? The weird sort of oily shading on a female character's thighs, seemingly drawing your attention to them? That right there is a dead giveaway that this anime is inappropriate.
It's the shading of consent! The shading!
But all right, so panty and stalking is completely safe. I understand.
Yeah. When you see like panties like 1 pixel wide pussy in the first episode of the new season, because she doesn't have the oil fucking. Oh my. Okay.
No, but 100 girlfriends isn't even ecchi or at all.
I gotta like unpack. Like I'm debating how much I want to unpack this as an artist, right? Because this is This is peak. This is absolute peak retardation. This is like insane, right? Does he not fucking realize that's just how like a lot of like okay. I'm gonna go get another drink, and then I'm gonna explain how this is dumb as shit. All right, I'll be back in a minute.
It's kind of edgy, but is it moderately nudity and sexual, or is it just light? That's the important part, right? If is it moderate on the IMDb Parents Guide, or is it low?
All right.
Oh, so it depends.
All
Just
right.
like it's on the entire tier list, it depends. Very
Okay.
useful.
All right, Sammy, you get another one, right? Because I had one can left in the fridge, so of the Pepsi Max. But buckle the fuck up, buckle the fuck up. So, typically in anime art styles in general, there's a theory of shading called the free tier shading system, which is essentially where you have your base shade, right? So, if you look on this anime character that we have on screen right now, right, you have kind of this like light shade, right? So you look around her neck, right? You see how there's kind of like, it's not black, but there's kind of like the shading there, right? So that's like the tier 1 shading, right? And then you will usually, sometimes depending on the art style, so it's not always a hard and fast rule. Some artists will like mix and match. On this character, I can see like 2 and 3, or like what? Oh, well, maybe 1 and 2. Yeah, I see 1 and 2 more than all 3 of them, because you have like your base shade, and then you'll do like a secondary shade on top of that, right? And then you'll have the third, which will be kind of like the pitch black, which you can see under her neck, right, under her chin, which is like the representation of areas that like have no light. Okay, right? And so one of the ways that you would indicate highlighting in an anime art style is typically by having that kind of shine, right, on the character, because it's supposed to be representing the light reflecting through the skin. So you'll notice that there's like a little, it might be hard on the stream, right, to notice it because of how far away it is, but you notice like there's usually a kind of a pinkish shade that gets applied, and a lot of people assume that that's like a blush, and that would be true on the like cheeks, right? But on places like the knees and the elbows and the thighs and the legs, usually what that's actually supposed to be representing is, again, the light refracting through the skin, because when light goes through skin, right, it travels through the first layers of skin and hits the muscles and then reflects back. If you've ever put like a torch under your hand and your fingers, and you see like the light go through your hands and your fingers,
funny.
you see how it's kind of that like reddish, kind of orangey type color, depending on the color of the light, right? So when you see like this kind of shading style where you'll have these sort of highlights, I kind of want to go to like, what was another example he used? Like DxD is a way better example because it's bigger. So when you look at this, like, so it's meant to represent kind of like, sometimes it is used to represent kind of like a oil or a sweat type thing, but a lot of times it's more just like that's the standard kind of shading style, because in anime they can't use gradients as much because it's cell shaded, right? So you don't see a lot of reflected light and terminators being used in a lot of like typical anime styles. It's why anime style is actually relatively good to learn lighting from. In a stylized perspective, obviously you should be learning lighting like fully, right, by learning about, if you've ever seen the spheres, right, that have like, you have the highlight, and then you have the shadow, and then you have the cast shadow and the terminators, and all that kind of stuff, and how the reflected light on the shadow, right, that kind of stuff. You should learn that. But when it comes to stylization with anime and cell shading in particular, you can't really indicate a highlight through like creating a light area and then sort of like smudging it in. They have to use solid lines. So a lot of the times the highlights on an anime character are going to have this kind of look to them where it gives them that kind of porcelain doll effect, as you can see on your leg there. The kind of interesting that, that's kind of the reasoning behind it, right? It's not like a degeneracy thing, right? They're not doing that because of like, oh, we have to draw attention to the legs, right? It's not actually like a sexualization thing, right? She's already like being sexualized anyway because of the angles of the camera and the fucking, like the highlighting. The fact that she has bare legs in general, right, is the thing that draws your attention to it. It's not the highlights themselves. Like, the highlights are not necessarily there to draw into the kind of draw your attention to her, like pussy or whatever, right? So yeah, That's why I'm like, this is out like complete fucking like troll level shit, right? There's no fucking way that someone is this stupid to not recognize this. I can understand like if you're not educated in like art stuff, and I mean like I'm not an expert either. I'm not going to claim to be like an art teacher or anything, but like I learn about these things as I'm like teaching myself art, right? But Naretsu, the highly skilled artist, could simply not use their, high-earned skills, for it's, yeah, exactly. So
I was going to mention one thing, right? That there's these even though the lighting, I suppose the white bits on these legs doesn't make a lot of sense from a light source idea, right?
Because I would argue that like the first thing you have to remember is this is a promotional piece of artwork.
Yeah.
Right? So there is not really a light source to begin with, right? I don't think they were like drawing these characters with that in like I'd have to see like the whole image to kind of get a better idea. Because
no,
to
but
me,
if I
like,
just
it
look
feels
at her
like
shoulders, right? Because the light kind of implies it comes from behind us, we're looking at her, and the light comes from behind us. But then
I would argue, when you look at the highlights,
But then we look at there's a shadow on her shoulder and on a little bit on the skirt and her tailcoat, I'm going to call it, right? Where on her hip. Those have shadows, and that wouldn't be there if the light was coming from behind us watching her.
The way I would interpret it is like if I'm going to go based off the highlights alone, like the lights, there's two light sources. Then they're both coming from the top corners. Because you also look at like the highlights on I can't remember her name, but the blonde girl, right? Like she's got highlights on the top of her head, right? So it makes me think that the light is like there's like a hard. There's obviously like the whole environment would be saturated with light, but the main sources of light are coming from like the top corners of the screen, right?
Yeah,
pointing down. Because you look at the other girl's leg, and she's got highlights on your knees in the top corner, right? So the light would be coming from like up in that direction. Like I'm gonna be real, like lighting is fucking difficult. Lighting is really fucking hard. It is not like easy to kind of like think.
You have
like,
to three-dimensionalize.
It takes a lot of practice.
So you have to three-dimensionalize your character, where your character is standing, whatnot.
Yeah, and you have to think about like there's a book, I can't remember what it was called. It's like what book was that? I do have it. I was reading it, but I haven't gotten back to reading it in a while.
I still have all my academic anime study.
Yeah, I have to go. I have to go grab it. But there's a very famous book that most artists recommend that you read. That's all about kind of light and how light actually like functions in reality.
Yeah,
right?
but the thing
it is insanely complicated. Like it's not as simple as people think it is. It is really fucking complicated. Even when I do my own stuff, right? Like I always think about it. I try to simplify it. I'm like, okay, where's the light source going to be? How do I want the light to kind of, reflect off a character or an object? And like, I just kind of like wing it, to be honest, a lot of the time. No, like seriously, like, because I think a lot of it comes down to like intuition. Like you just have to kind of intuit it after once you understand the rules, you just kind of like intuit where you think the light should be. And then for 99% of the cases, right, because people usually don't think that hard about these things, right? Like you have to be kind of trained to have the artist's eye to kind of notice these things, right? Have that analytical kind of like look, right? And one of the most annoying things is, for me, right, when I'm doing art stuff is like I will like get stuck in that analytical mode, and I'll be like looking at artwork on Twitter, and I'll be like, oh, I see how they did that. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, so that's how. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, there's light coming from. Oh yeah, right. So, and it kind of makes it kind of annoying to not be able to shut the fuck off.
But I just want to mention that. Besides lighting, and it doesn't make there are some flaws in where the light is coming from, I suppose, in this image. But one thing it does do is give dimension to the leg, right? All right, there's the top of the thigh.
And that's the whole point. Yeah, that's the whole point of the lighting, right? Is to like, because if you didn't have the shading, right, and the highlight, it wouldn't like give you a three-dimensional like visualization of the leg. And again, most people don't actually think about this, right? Like if you're like, okay, a layman, right, and you see the anime artwork, it's not like you're like thinking about how three-dimensional her leg is. You just see it as a leg, and that's the point, right? Is that the human brain is really good at like approximating things, and even if there's something that's wrong, like you mentioned, like, oh, the lighting doesn't really make sense in this promotional image, right? Because whatever, most people aren't going to even notice that, because all they don't see the fine details because they're not looking for them, right? They just see the image as a whole, as an entirety. It's kind of the same effect of when one of my people that I work with for the art exhibition that I help run, his artwork is all kind of like finger painting type stuff, but what he does is he does like almost like pixel art, but with his like fingerprints. So he puts charcoal on his fingerprints, and he like will create these really detailed, like super detailed murals of people and like faces and stuff with different like levels of shade and all this kind of stuff. And you look at it from far away and you wouldn't think that it's made out of fingerprints. You only notice it's made out of fingerprints when you walk up to it and you see it up close. You go, oh shit, he's like deliberately put all of this different like level of charcoal on the paper using his hands in such a, you know, in a really specific way, right? And so that is kind of what I'm talking about here, where most people are looking at this image, you know, in that far off. Sorry, I hit my wall there. In this far off perspective, right? They're looking at it from like the, you know, metaphorically, not physically. It's not like you're looking at it on the computer screen from like 10 feet away, right? Like metaphorically, you are looking at the image as its entirety from a far off perspective. You're not analyzing an image deliberately looking for technique and things to kind of talk about, right? Which is, it makes it interesting that this is something that this guy is pointing out, his degeneracy, right? As like, oh, if you notice anime that has this kind of like style to it, that means it's probably going to be degenerate. When it's like, no, this is pretty like common shit. And it does depend on like the era of anime, right? Like this, because DxD, like the show that he has on here, right? I think, when was the first DX? Because this was let me go on to here. Let's see, because I have live chat open, so I can just search it. Because I want to know, I gotta remember what year DxD was. It was 2012? Yeah, 2012. Yeah, the style was pretty common for 2012 era anime. Like it's kind of changed over time. Like now, as digital anime has started to become more of a thing, as opposed to, you know, cel shaded and original, you know, classic traditional forms of animation, right? Nowadays you can get away with a lot more gradients and, you know, different shading techniques, you know, on your anime girls. But yeah, it's an interesting topic. It is a really, really interesting topic to get into. It's just a shame that we have to talk about it in the context of a guy bitching about fucking degeneracy. Ah, man. I also find it interesting how in this actual image you can actually see what I mean about the free tier shadowed system a little bit more, because you see how there's like, it's really faint, but there's like a slight darker area under her thigh, where in the red circle, right? You see how there's like that little darker triangle, like just under her, like just where like the thigh kind of ends, right? That's what I'm talking about, where they have like the free tier system. So you'd have the main shadow, which is the biggest shadow. You have your sub shadow, which is your, you know, wanting to give like a little, like usually that's like the shadows that are on top of shadows, right? So like the cast of a different thing, right? And then you have your like pitch black, almost dark shadow, where places where light doesn't exist, right? Light can't actually enter that area. That's where you would put like your darker shadows. And then on top of that, you apply highlight from there, right? So like, I guess you could say highlighting, and I call it like body blush is what I call like the reddening, right? Or like reddening body blush. You usually do that with an airbrush, right? Usually do that with an airbrush of some description, and then kind of merge it in with the skin. And your render, it depends. It all depends rendering process and all that shit. But I'm not gonna. I could talk about this for fucking hours. You know, it is like my wheelhouse. Like this art stuff is kind of my wheelhouse. I love talking about it. But it's like, yeah, let's let's play identifying degeneracy. Let's see. Oh, but before we go on, I see Samu who said so. He's like, light helps with depth and form a lot, but I guess his point is that it's bad anime. They are giving extra attention to them, and that's bad. I think his point, which is stupid, is more he's noticing like a correlation doesn't equal causation argument, where he's like, oh, I see this style of like anime, shading in my anime, and it always seems to happen in the ecchi shows. That makes it bad. That means that if you see that shading, that means that you're going to be watching ecchi. But my point before we move on is that that's fucking stupid and not how that works. Like, there are plenty of shows from the 2012 era that DxD came out that have the same exact stylization and are not ecchis, right? So it does not make a very good metric to be judging an anime from. So yeah, anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
To them, that right there is a dead give appropriate. Another indication that you're walking into the lion's den.
But why is it a dead giveaway? I can assume it's because they emphasize skin. It's a thing that shows that they care enough about giving details to bodies, that they give volume and proportions and whatnot. That they care about doing that makes them care about bodies, makes them perverts for drawing skin, I guess.
Again, it's a really weird argument, and it doesn't really make sense. Because again, like there's like a million different art styles of a million different ways of drawing stuff. Like anime tends to be very I don't want to use cell shaded because it's become a bit of a buzzword, but it's very like hard shadows versus gradient shadows, right? Sometimes you see a bit of like gradient in there now and then, but it all really does depend on what the style of the particular show is going for, right? Like, yeah, it's complicated. It's complicated. It's complicated. Okay, and I'm not gonna get into another thing. So what's he gonna talk about now?
Yeah. Promotional art, main character surrounded by more than 2 female characters and
that's just normal harem shit. Like, what are you talking about?
0 other male characters. Also found in the promotional art, if you see underwear at
how many promotional art do this?
But like a show, like I mean, I feel like this isn't like this is the secret way to know if a show is degenerate or not. It's like, dude, it's pretty in your fucking face, right? Like, this is, I mean, I feel like, yeah, this is a bit fucking weird. I'm sorry, you're being I could understand if it was something like, okay, because the massage guy, right? His show, right? That we're watching this season, right? If you looked at like the key visual, that's not the NSFW version of the key visual where they're naked, right? I could understand you look at that and you go, oh, it's just like a bunch of girls in sports outfits, right? It's not, it's not completely sexual or whatever. Stuff like that. But just don't worry about that. Just the phone going off.
And now I'm worried.
Oh no, it's nothing. Don't worry about. So like I could understand someone looking at that visual on its own, and then kind of being like, oh yeah, that's probably that's fine. That's not degenerate. And then but then again, if you do like a small modicum amount of research, right, into kind of what's going on, right? You'd pretty quickly see what you'd pretty quickly figure out that the show's kind of a little bit on the raunch side, right? But anywho, let's get...
all, or if there's an object conspicuously covering it. Next, if you plan to watch a shonen, Google what its most popular female characters are and see if the designs indicate to you whether the show looks inappropriate or not.
That, again, this is so gay. This is just gay. He's such a lame fucking guy.
Also, like,
It's
Orimo,
so silly.
only you could say that Orimo is wholesome right until the ending, kind of, but up at that point, it's all about reconnecting to kind of, estranged siblings, estranged in their own home, in close proximity to each other. And they reconnect to each other again through hobbies and whatnot, and caring.
And again, I just find like, oh, I have to like background check all of my anime before I watch it. I can't just look at an anime and be like, because the way that I always do it, right, is, I mean, we do the seasonal reviews, right? We just look at the anime, we look at the synopsis, we go, all right, that sounds interesting, or that looks interesting, that doesn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I might pick up something else if I hear good things about it, through the grapevine, or if you say that something's good, I might pick it up, right? But I don't, I'm not doing like a fucking FBI background check on every anime that I watch to make sure that it's safe for work, right? Like, I just can't imagine living like that. Like, I can't, like, the level of, like, needing to make sure that I don't see a boobie is just a foreign concept to me. It's very weird. But anyhow.
Also, make sure that there aren't any stepsister or cousin. But let's say that you turned on an anime that you weren't quite sure about. It's okay, it happens. Just be sure to turn it off if it has any of the following tropes in the first episode. Male character trips and...
Oh.
Just cover your eyes, you innocent child. Do not look at the degeneracy. Turn off the screen. You're not allowed. You can't look. No, you'll be corrupted by the devil. Oh, so fucking lame. It's so lame.
Male character trips and first on someone's chest. Male character walks in on someone changing or showering. Excessive nosebleeds. Except Naruto. Give Naruto a real chance.
So lame. I don't really have anything else to say about it except it's just lame. It's just like this is just fucking like pussy behavior. It's sad. Yeah, like Samuel's right. It's just sad. Like, I can't imagine living like this. Where, like, oh no, I saw a trope, and that means I'm not allowed to watch the show, because it's degenerate or whatever.
Hot springs that are suddenly told they aren't blood related. And finally, bland, boring, nothing.
Hey, sort of, but
character who's a chick magnet for no reason. About these red flags and turn the show off before you see something inappropriate. But I want to make sure it doesn't come to that. So let me
turn it off.
Turn it off. Yeah, turn it off.
Close it down.
Don't get corrupted. Don't get corrupted by the devil. No. Oh my.
That. So let me give you a before I send you on your way. Following our tier list order, I recommend for the kids in the Koromomoke genre, Pokemon the series.
Well, again, demonic. Pokemon is your own team. Bro thinks he's part of the team, right? Your own fucking team said that this was demonic, and yet you're gonna come here and you're gonna be like, oh.
No, they weren't real Christians, Naritsu.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Real Christianity's never been tried yet. Oh, no. But I am interested, though. Why specifically Diamond and Pearl? I'm kind of curious. Let's see what he says.
Yeah.
Diamond and Pearl. I may be a little biased, seeing as how I grew up.
Oh, because he grew up with that one. Because he grew
no strings attached. Double O.
All right, there we go.
Have Mobile Suit Gundam Double O. It's
Why
gripping.
Fucking pause, Jesus Christ. The watch together has been a bit weird today. He's like, oh, I'm a bit biased because I grew up. I mean, that kind of indicates his age to me if he grew up with Diamond and Pearl, because that was like, I can't remember. I'm not gonna like fucking research the man's age or anything because that's weird. But like, it's this guy feels like he's a youngin. It's probably roughly like a little younger than me, I'd say. That's what it feels like to me. He grew up on Diamond and Pearl. So yeah, it's very. This is just silly.
message about striving for peace in a warring world is bound to don't. Then there's shoujo, which I had to ask the Discord.
Oh yeah. Make sure you watch the Lolicon show. The show that created 1 million Lolicons, yeah.
And kickstarted the. No,
also
it's not true, but...
demonic, by the way, because the cards and the demons and the fucking yeah, also demonic. Oh man. Oh man. Holy shit. This is funny. This is just funny. This is great.
As the Discord and they came back with Cardcaptor Sakura. Shocker, the young man doesn't care to watch the girl anime. Probably my favorite slice of life anime has to go to Bofuri. I don't want to.
Oh, look at that. So, yeah.
Is it slice of life? But
maybe he is. I mean, look, a lot of those tradcons, they do tend to be cunny pilled. So maybe he's on the level with that. Who knows?
Bofuri is a fun show, but I don't think I would call it.
Is it Christian, Ellie? Is it a Christian show for Christians?
It's all about friendship and hanging out with each other.
Man, God.
I get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. It's just comfortable. I have the instant classic.
Oh yeah, yeah. Of course, of course, we're going to talk about Frieren. Yeah, the based show about killing the demons. Demons. Yeah.
And there's a god. There's a pagan. There's a god in this world. That is not God.
Oh no. Yeah.
Give this one a watch if you're looking for a good slow burn comedy adventure. If you're looking
adventure.
Whoa. Wait a minute. This man's got some weird genre shit going on. He's very weird. Very weird.
Looking for a good on the other hand, in the romance genre, we have Your Lie in April. I can't really describe it without spoiling it, but trust me, it's worth it. Now, if you're in the market for a good laugh in the comedy genre, you can never go wrong with Spy Family.
Well, Spy Family's got shitloads of... Wait, doesn't they have a lot of... Well, not direct fan service, but isn't there sexy stuff in Spy Family?
I don't know, but...
This might be fine to a Saturday morning cartoon in anime. Then there's rom-coms.
Wait, but wasn't Kaguya...
is one of the few laugh-out-loud experiences I've had with anime. When it comes to...
But wait a minute, wasn't Kaguya-sama one of the ones that he had in the thing?
Yeah, but there are also good ones in the categories that he listed.
Yeah,
so therefore,
watch out. Oh yeah, you can't watch half of these, right? And he's got Kaguya-sama because I could do the thing where I scroll on the scroll bar and see the thing. Oh man, but anyway.
You're going to want to give Death Note pride of place. It's the poster child for crime drama anime, and it's been so for decades now. Picking a shonen anime was pretty difficult, but I think you'll do well to give Demon Slayer a try.
Oh yeah, Demon Slayer with the samurai girl with the big tits that jiggle. Yeah. Okay.
Just avert your eyes.
I mean, what more do you need? But as for seinen, Attack on Titan is probably the best place to
start. Again, it's I find it interesting because it's it's all the shit that you would expect.
Yeah.
All of the shit. Again, that's why I'm 50-50 on this guy being a troll, right? Because it feels too on the nose a little bit.
In my opinion, it's one of the best written pieces of fiction in the past 20 years. And finally, for isekai, check out In the Land of Leodale. Having a female protagonist who's also a mom is definitely a good check against the more scandalous
good old breeder Christianity.
Yeah, we have to have 12 kids.
So, let's recap. When deciding whether you want to watch anime or let your kids watch anime, you should first look for telltale signs of appropriate and inappropriate content, the genre, the tropes, the notes in the parent's guide, remaining careful but giving anime a fair shake. Chances are you are new to this after all. Having finished this guide, you should be better equipped to keep yourself safe and entertained than when you started. Be sure to share this video with anyone you think needs to learn what you've learned today. And while you're at it, I'd appreciate if you left a like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll see if I can't clarify something for you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your day.
There we go.
He's so Christian, Natsu. He's real.
I'm curious. I'm doing the old comment section check.
Go ahead.
Watched it again just to give it an extra view. Commenting for the algorithm. Okay. You could also view this video as a way to find out is an anime within my BS tolerance level. Anime Relatable sent me here. I don't know who that is. Fair and objective guide with this one. I have a few church friends that aren't familiar with anime. I have to be able to watch my anime with my Christian book club. Yeah. Comment for the algorithm. There's not a lot of comments. This guy doesn't get a lot of traction. But what's this? So, in fairy tales, good characters sometimes do immoral, sinful things that are not condemned by the fairy tale. Is watching them sinful or contrary to God's will, or demonizing/glorifying evil, or having another negative impact on our hearts? Is it possible to watch with discontent, i.e., provided I understand the characters act? This again, fuck. How do these people live like this? How do you? I'm not even going to read the whole comment because it's like a paragraph. It's like how do you actually live like this? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. It's so fucking weird to me.
It's also so useless because even, just to say it again, right? Kaguya-sama is seinen. Enough, and sure, Attack on Titan is also a seinen. I think it probably is, right? Doesn't it feels like it.
Okay, so I'm looking at the man's channel now, right? And so the one we watched was from 2 weeks ago, right? About 3 months ago, he had a video that is, I support censorship. Here's why you should too. And it's about the Steam MasterCard Visa shit. I found the worst Christian channel on YouTube. Oh no, we got into Christianity beef.
Oh.
Into Christianity drama happening. Let's see. Death Note isn't about justice. It's about pride. Okay.
Sure.
When anime and Christianity meet, he does a podcast, right? Power of Love. Legacy. The top 5 lessons we learned from Pope Francis. Top 5 Christian moments in anime. Are video games sinful? The problem with fan service. Are you in danger? Yeah, I mean, we might have to come back to this guy at some point. Some of these are pretty funny. Some of these look like they're pretty good to cover. So yeah. Man. So yeah. I don't feel bad about bullying him now. Because anyone that's in support of censorship is no friend of mine, right? Like, you can fuck off, right, with that shit. Sounds like a real swell guy, yeah. Sounds like a real upstanding man, right?
We stray from our nature. Do we stray? No.
Yeah.
He is.
God.
I don't know. He's kind of removed from his own life. Kind of feels like. I mean, that's religion in general, I guess, but that is just, so removed from his own. Hey, that looks like fun.
Yeah, we can no fun allowed.
Absolutely not.
Right? Yeah, if you have fun, that's bad, right? And again, like it's annoying because I feel like you could make like a middle ground here, right? Like there is like a middle ground between total degeneracy and whatever the fuck this guy is, right? Like there is a middle ground you could reach between like being like completely a sterilized cuck and just going over the top. And I feel like this guy is in the sterilized cuck camp, right? Because the whole idea of the shading of consent and fucking like you have to background check every single thing you watch to make sure you don't watch something that's bad, right? I just feel like it's such lame behavior, and it comes back down to the meme, right? Where it's like, here's a list of things that make me uncomfortable. Please don't bully me, right? That's what it feels like to me. It's like he's just advertising to the world. Look, I'm a weak little man who can't handle boobies in my anime. Please bully me. Please don't bully me. Please. I don't want to be bullied. God, it's
It is kind
don't
of
really have much
tiring
else to
though,
say
because
on it,
it's
really.
just not explaining, oh, this is bad. Oh, no, not bad.
Yeah.
Nasty. Oh, this is nasty. This
Mm,
impure nasty. And not even explaining why or how.
mm.
And, you know, Naretsu, it would be fine if he was just some actual authority, but he's just some YouTuber. He
Yeah,
doesn't
he's just some guy on the internet.
He's
yeah,
not.
it's like,
He's not a theologian.
And again, I would be
trained.
interested. I would be interested in. It's like I was mentioning before. I watched that video about the priest or whatever reacting to Joshua Graham, and I was like, yeah, that was pretty, interesting. Like, and the Windigoon video on the Rapture TikTok stuff, right? Like, actually hearing about, actually hearing about what the Bible actually says, right? And what is actually written in the book, and how these people are wrong, right, on their interpretation of the book, right? Or how their interpretation is misguided, right? That is actually interesting stuff, right? In the same way that me ranting about like art theory for like 20 minutes to me is interesting stuff, right? It's the same kind of thing to me. I view it as interesting. I would be interested in that, but that isn't what this is. This is like moralizing, right?
Oh, that
it's
is totally
saying, it's saying like these things are good, these things are bad. You don't want to watch things that are bad, do you? Right? You want to be a good little Christian boy, right? You need to watch the good things, so I'm going to help you only watch the good things, right?
And
so
not even explaining why or how. It's just
not even. He can't even show examples of what he's talking about because he's that.
Or explain the rationale. I mean, it's all fine.
Yeah.
Is he not even a good list? And oh yeah, but there are exceptions. All right, what are the exceptions? Not telling you. And it's always not always. Sometimes it's faster the other way. Sorry. Knowing how something came to be, how this criteria is met, is set, is reached, is far more useful than knowing the list of all anime that is good, right? And in the end, it's all just personal opinion. Some other Christian can come by and say, no, magic is sinful. Depicting magic as something good is sinful because that's,
Yeah, it's like I was mentioning the Pokemon thing, like in the 80s and 90s, right? They were like, yeah, no, it's satanic. You can't have Pokemon because it's fucking.
But if I make a new channel and I say I am super Christian, and I go from, oh yeah, if your anime has magic in it, that's satanic, because just showing magic as being useful and a force for good is sinful. It's against God, right? What are you going to say against that argument?
Yeah.
Magic is of the devil, and I'm saying that showing magic in a positive light is bad because it goes against the Bible. Yeah, the Bible
in the Bible it said don't do this, that John 5:2-5:6 or whatever, right?
So and he can tell us, oh no, magic is fine because it's just a natural part of that world. But who's to say that poor innocent blank slate person sees magic as being cool and useful, and then learns about magic here and is tempted to use it, but is deceived by the devil because magic is actually evil and curses your soul to hell for eternity, and therefore we shouldn't have magic depicted as being good at all. In 10 years, the Christians will use this line of argument instead of saying, oh, who cares, right? So it's not even a good basis. Whatever. If he was just if he was a theologian, an actual a priest doesn't really mean anything also, but a studied theologian on the morality and meanings of the Bible or whatnot, then I suppose he could tell us about when what the Bible actually says and what the actual message is and when something is sinful or not. Although, of course, that is just an opinion of the current time. In another 100 years, what the Bible says will be different from what the Bible says today, and we'll find all kinds of new things.
Well, anyway, let's talk about our
sinful
animes.
anime.
Although I'm taking a piss, so I'll be back in a quick sec. So you find an anime to talk about.
I hope, but I don't have 2 anime. If I do that, I won't have anything to talk about with you, Naretsu. Oh no. Well, fortunately, my mic was on the entire time. I checked. And it helps that there is a chat this time reacting to things that I am saying. Yeah, well, am I supposed to tell us more about the video I just watched? I suppose it's a good video to talk about because it's actual opinions, not a bland history lesson or just a summary of the show. Because we can't. What are we supposed to say about this? Just a plain summary of the show. This was actually opinionated, so I suppose that's a good thing. Well, Naretsu's still not here. Hurry up, Naretsu.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm here. So, what do we got? What are we animating today? We got.
Yeah. Let's press one of the buttons to see which one pops up. This one. Oh, this is the bad one. Let's do the other one.
Oh no! Oh no! It's the bad one. Okay. Well. All right. Well, whatever.
Isekai Quartet. Funny. That's that.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. My Hero Academia. Yeah. Big fight still going. Deku. Big plan. Send the ghosts into the man. Kill the stop man. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Vampire can't suck. Still pretty good. I think it's pretty entertaining. Yeah. It's kind of going into typical kind of we're getting introduced to side character backstories, funny, the love interesty love blooming on the battlefield, right? This is fun, typical romance stuff. I think it's all right. Like I'm probably going to continue it. It's not it's a nice little refresher of the season. And One Punch Man is not great. What can I say really? Like the animation is just it's not doing too good. We're not animating too well this season. I wouldn't say it's getting worse, but it's definitely bad, right? Like I think I've been saying the last few weeks, it's like I do think people are like overreacting a bit to it, but it is pretty. Oh yeah, I'll continue it. I'll keep watching it. It's not like I said, it's not bad enough for me to like drop it, but it's definitely one frame man, one frame man. But it is disappointing. So anyway, next slide. We're gonna have to reorganize your slides.
Yeah.
Giant empty holes. So I have it. So again, I kind of want to start with Last Boss because we got interesting shit going on. Because hey, Ali, did you know that my animes are political and talk about political issues?
Racism,
angel wing racism. I'm gonna be real. Like, okay, I know I meme a lot about Overlord at home. But this is going in some interesting directions. I'm not gonna lie. Like I think so he's in the body of the character, but the character's not actually the character. Mm-hmm. It's their own person, and with he's having like dreams.
Prehistory with.
Yeah, he's having like dreams about shit that he didn't even write about the character's backstory of them like being born like being discriminated against because of the black wings, and they were born, with black wings,
black
even
wings,
though white.
If white wings being the upper privileged class was not a thing in the game, apparently, not even a thing lore-wise.
Yeah,
but it is in this
the
world.
the racism, not well. Would it even be racism if they're the same race? They just have different. I mean, it's clearly
they
an allegory.
differentiate between themselves, so it's racism enough.
Yeah, I guess. I think it's pretty fucking clear cut what they're doing, what it's an allegory for. So, but that's what makes it. I think it's interesting because he's kind of like, okay, I'm having this the like, I liked how he asked the question like, wait, if I'm here, where's the original?
Well, I do want to say that he kind of specifically says not her memories, the memories of this body, right?
Yeah, he's like, the way he words stuff is very interesting, and it kind of, again, it ties back into the whole, like, when he's talking to other characters, he's using we pronouns, right? There's like, there's interesting stuff in here. There is like interesting kind of, like interesting theorycraft stuff and interesting kind of world building stuff going on. I wouldn't say it's like as good as something like Overlord in terms of world building and setting, but I do think that there's enough intrigue here, and we're kind of getting into like this sort of like, okay, we've got the other characters kind of doing their own thing. Like our maid girl is fighting the infiltrating demons. The demons are kind of becoming aware of what's going on. Seems like we got introduced to the name of the demon girl that killed that other demon, the Venus.
Yeah, Venus, Jupiter, Mars, all that kind of deal.
Yeah, they're all based on the planets, which is, I guess that works with like, Aries and the horoscope,
the celestial signs.
Kind of falls together. So yeah, and we kind of left last episode with the goat versus the sheep, I guess. We're gonna have Goat Man. I assume Goat Man is gonna be like the butler guy. I kind of assume, because you see him in the intro.
That's indeed. He's older. The voice is older at least, so that might make sense. Like, oh wait, she's back. Never mind all the demon stuff. Hey, I'm here.
Yeah, it's like, I think I will say it's a little repetitive, where it's like, oh wait, you're back. You are actually back. Okay, all right, cool. Right, a little bit, yeah, but we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, I just wanted to go back to that scene with her waking up. Two things, like I said, she doesn't say my memories or our memories. He, in Japanese, the words are memories of this body. So it's very, completely, he's separating him from the body in that moment. Later, when he says about my soul, he actually uses ore, an actual proper I
did kind of pick that up in the subtitles too. There was like a change there that did happen, so that is true.
And this is more kind of a writing contrivance that I kind of picked up. Why would you assume that her soul is not in the body? Right? Does he anywhere have the ability to feel the presence of a soul there, whether it is or isn't? This sounds more like a, it doesn't sound like a thing that the character would know or would be able to tell, but we need to, for the story needs a mystery, and we're introducing it in this way.
Again, it's kind of like I said, like it's interesting, and there is, I think, enough to differentiate it, but I do feel like the execution is a bit more amateurish.
You mean, right? Amateur web novel writing?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that could be it, Ellie. Yeah. But that's the vibe I get, right? Like, I feel like there is a more amateur kind of vibe to this in comparison to, which is weird when you've talked about like Overlord, right? Like, because Overlord's histories, right? But well, I'm keen to continue it. I think it's interesting. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
What about your Monster Girls lesbian show. Are you still even watching that one?
No, I do have to say, Naruto, it's I can't say it's always so hard to keep up with my 3 shows for a week.
No, because what ends up happening, it's similar to me and like Arma-chan or whatever, right? Where it's like there's usually like one that will be like the one where I'm like, do I really want to watch this right now? Like, or do I really feel like? And I just kind of like, nah, I'd rather watch something else, like a YouTube video or something. And that's kind of like if I'm that uninterested in wanting to watch it and catch up with it, right? Then I'd rather go and watch something else. That's kind of a bad sign. That
I'm playing my Crusader Kings, and
Yeah, do I want to stop playing Crusader Kings to like watch the anime? Right,
yeah,
like, that's the problem.
And also, I am almost jobless. I'm kind of also my mental mind capacity is taken up by I happen to find a job. And also, and some other minor stuff.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's why I'm kind of like, I'm, yeah.
I mean, I have proven to the whole world of the internet that I can watch like 9 shows a season when I want to, but not this season apparently.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm going to press the button. Let's see, find it.
Oh,
see.
Oh well, wait, because I've got Digimon and a bunch of
just the.
Oh, you're trying to be like gone.
Damn, delete it.
Bam, and the dirt is gone. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I'll talk about Trash Show, I guess. So, Trash Show was funny because I'm going to describe this episode with a Dracula Flow quote. Rome wasn't built in a day, but this 9mm sure was.
So they just pull out a gun. They pull out a weapon.
What happens basically is, so there's a fight going on between the redhead chick, right, with the scissors, and the chick that's got the static electricity here. And they're having their big fight, and they're doing their thing, and they get to kind of like a stalemate impasse. Redhead chick is kind of on the back foot. And then she just pulls out a fucking 9mm and just fucking shoots the bitch. And she just shoots her in the fucking like shoulder and like non-vital points and basically immobilizes her, right? And turns out our redhead girl is like a child assassin or something that's grown up. And so she used to kill people, but now she can't kill people because of the rules or whatever. Or she's like, oh, the guy that saved me or something, right? And she's like, oh, I'd never dirty my scissors again with blood. So there's an indication of some backstory there, right? But she's like, I gotta kind of get this done quickly so I can go say, help everyone else out. So sorry, I'm gonna have to you're gonna tell me everything that you know about what's going on, and then I'm gonna fuck off. And then what happens is she shows up, because I remember I mentioned the stick guy, the blue guy, he gets defeated by the fucking claw guy, and he's about to get taken away. And then out of nowhere, redhead girl shows up and just starts blasting, shoots the guy's fucking like non-vital points and knocks him out. It's like, I think it's funny because you have these characters that have all these like fucking virtual instruments and shit, and they got magic and fucking, my claws have poison in them, and my stick can turn into a bigger stick, and my hair is that. Nah, fam, just pull out that 9mm. It's the real Indiana Jones guy with the sword type shit, In the face of the 9mm, your magic means nothing to me. Very interesting. Very interesting.
And
I mean, there's some interesting stuff going on where so like our big villain guy is like taking our main guy to see like this big like heart egg thing, and they're like feeding virtual instruments to the thing. And he's like, oh, I'm trying to create my own series, like your gloves and these boots and my jacket are all part of some. Like, I feel next episode we're gonna get some exposition. I hope, because like it's been vague posting about that shit for like the last fucking whatever. So it's all right. I've been enjoying it. It's pretty good. It's pretty funny. Fucking, I wish I'd taken like a screenshot of just like her. Yeah, she just pulls out a fucking knife, just shoots the bitch. So good. All
Was
right.
this show getting like another core or season, or is it?
Let me have a look, because we're on episode 19, right? I think it's 2 core, so 24 ep. We're at 18. We're at 18 out of 24, so I think it's only 2 core. It could get more. I could see this getting more if there's more manga material, obviously, right? If it's I don't know if the manga's finished or not, but like if there's more manga material, I could see it getting more. But we'll see. I guess we can quickly knock out Massage Guy, because we're at the gamer girl. It's gamer girl hours. We're learning about gamer girl, who is she's kind of interesting, because it's like, on the face of it, she's like a slob and she's gaming all night and it's affecting her stuff, and she's got problems with her shoulders and her armpits and her neck is stiff and all that kind of stuff. But then you find out, oh wait, looking at all the trash, you're not drinking like soda or anything. You're drinking like water and tea, and like you take your body health seriously and whatnot. But you're stuck playing the game because you fucking are competitive and sports spirit. You don't want to So I'm gonna give you this massage, and it's gonna make it so you can win the game and online, and then you can go to sleep and fucking train properly and so on. We got the armpit fetishist hours as well, because it's an armpit massage and it's painful because her muscles are all tensed up. And it's so far so good.
I did appreciate that Beth Girl was in the episode again, doing her thing.
Yeah.
Soccer girl.
She's trying to do her riz. She's trying to do her riz them up. It's not working.
Damn.
No riz today.
But yeah, I did. I suppose one thing is that there was a lot less nudity in this. In the massage zone, she was just naked a little bit, but not that much actually.
And we also, I think the other part of that is I feel like it's going to be more in this coming episode. I feel is going to be the I think that's going to be the main thing for it. So, but like I said, we'll see how it goes. I guess I can do Digimon. I'll crank that out. So yeah, part 2 of Panda Man trying to save the community. Big fight happens with the mafia man, and they we have to come together and we have to share, and oh no, big sacrifices, but no, they find a way to not be sacrificed, and pretty normal stuff. Can't complain, but I can't really like delve too deep into it either, like, because it is pretty basic level sort of stuff. Yeah, it's fine. I guess it's okay. I don't have a lot to really say about it, because again, it's like very there's not like anything I can think of that's like particular. Like, it's entertaining, right? It's decent Digimon, right? But it's like, I'm more interested in the next episode, because the next episode seems to be about our like mysterious like man there on the side of the guy on the team that is like got the glazed eyes all the fucking time, right? Like, he's got a scar on his neck, and there's like some feels like there's some. Is this guy going to turn into a villain later in the season? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. He's a little weird, that one. He's a little. We'll see what happens. All right, so let's talk about our big, our lovely marriage show. Big marriage.
Yeah.
Big. We're going after them books, those banned books.
Yeah.
Oh no, we need those banned books.
So who are we going to? Our friendly second-hand bookseller.
Yeah, our friendly neighborhood, squinty-eyed bookstore.
You know, that Spurring was just not making enough money. Time to be a second-hand bookseller again. That guy just keeps...
Hey, you got any of those banned books? I know we are kind of skipping over it because there's a little bit of like the romancy type stuff going on here, and there's like a sort of contrived thing where that the other androids have shown up, so our android girl is gonna like lead them away, right? And we're gonna kind of like try and run away that way, right? Yeah, it's you know, it feels like it was just so that they could have like the art girl and our boy alone, right? Because we got to get the feelings, right? The big
with our last episode was, you know, Android and our protagonist together a bit. And now it's time for Oppai Lolly to take that place for a bit.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it was a pretty good episode, though, I'd say. Interesting, we get our dominatrix librarian.
So the librarian was super seduced by the hot scientist guy, the Ritter himself.
The Rizzer man himself. They do have the sex impliedly, right? Implied the sexy sex happens. But oh no, while they're infiltrating the library to get to the banned book section, what do they find? Oh shit. Ah shit, Ellie, this is an alarm, secret alarm, silent alarm. She now knows. Oh, she shows up and it's like, ah shit.
She got whipped. She got big cleavage. She is a dominatrix.
Yeah, she loved them. She loves them books. She is big in love with them books. Big.
She happily destroys them if other people dare touch them, but you know. So that does touch upon the question of love again, right? Because if I'm not the only one, then nobody else.
Yeah. If I can't have the books, no one can have the books.
No, not if I can't have the books. It's if I can't alone have the books.
Yeah,
I must own the books for myself, and even
there's like a twist. Yeah, there's like a twisting of what the love means almost.
Yeah,
right?
because this is what kind of marriage would be, right? You know, in this setting, right? If you got between the Elsha, the polygamy kind of relationship, and the marriage type relationship, this is kind of the super marriage type, right? So, although it's about the books and you know, the end of the episode, there's fire in the library, the secret library with the banned books, and oh no, the book of the Oppai Lolly you know, picture book is here, and it's burning, threatening to burn. But oh no, there's also this book of our protagonist's sister that would explain a lot of things about the world. They both are burning, and we can't get the books at both of the books. We have to pick one. So he's going to pick the picture book. That's already.
I guarantee. Yeah, it seems a little bit too on the nose. I'll be real.
Yeah,
it's like
And of course, it's her arc right now, right? So it's about this. Also, it's also, you know, something of a point against marriage arc. Therefore, we have super marriage woman. And
why would you want to only dedicate yourself to one person? I don't understand. It's weird.
No, we got dominatrix librarian who will rather burn all books than have them shared with others. You know, super marriage. I'll call that Stan's super marriage. And since we're against the marriage right now, we're going to pick the polygamy route right now. The choice. That's kind of the thing right now. I'm kind of slightly disappointed in the show that it's kind of not that deep. It doesn't really. It's not that interested in deep questions.
Yeah, we're starting to see. I wouldn't say it's as bad as the Metallic Rogue problem,
No, absolutely
but
not.
I am starting to get that, because again, we are at what? How many? We're at 8 next week,
Yes.
because we're at 7 now. We don't have a lot of time left, right? Like, we got what, 7, 1, 2, 3,
Like
4,
4
5
episodes.
episodes left.
Yeah.
Four or 5 episodes left. I mean, and we had, like, I guess we could count like the episode 0, so technically, it's 13 episodes and not 12. But I feel like it's not gonna have enough time to cook, because I get where it's coming from with its theming and what it's trying to say, but I just feel like there's like, because what's the final arc gonna be, right? Because based on the preview of the next episode, we're jumping right onto the train. Because like, we look at the OP, right? Like, there's like, they're on the train and there's people on the train, and so I assume the train to Tokyo, because they're gonna go obviously to Tokyo, I assume, right? Which is gonna probably lead to them going to the Orwell headquarters, and we're gonna have like the final conflict with the other androids, right?
And also, and after that, it's all the robots we have to meet properly.
Yeah, there's gonna be like the truth revealed, right? Like, the truth is going to have to be revealed at some point. What actually happened while he was in cryo, right? And whether or not the sister character is even like still alive somehow,
Yeah,
right?
and
What is the current,
I
like,
said
go
last
with
week,
that?
right? I think she's in kind of some super stasis suit, you know.
I'm gonna go a different route. I think that she like uploaded herself as the AI model. I think that's kind of going to be more what it is. It feels more to me like they're going in that direction than her cryoing herself, right? I mean, we don't know yet, right? Well, we could find out.
No, and
I also think the other twist that we're going to see is that our robot girl is actually like the AI that she's like talking to all the time in the flashback sequences.
I was thinking that like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, I know, but like, that's that's what I'm thinking too. Like, it's like, again, I wouldn't say it's bad, but I do feel like there is not enough time to really explore these subjects in the depth that they kind of need. Because like, the idea is of like, okay, let's play around with what does marriage actually mean? What does love actually mean, right? Like, how can you love a facsimile of the person that you truly love, right? Because that's kind of where we're going with the relationship between him and this android. Because the android is like, it's not the same as his love, right? As the sister girl, but it is a facsimile of her. It's not, I don't want to use imitation, right? Because that's not really
because
what it is. Because that's like
the android is her own person. It's not like,
yeah, the android is her own person too. It's not like a imitation in a negative sense. That's why I think facsimile is a better word for it. Where it's like, because she obviously looks like her but blonde, right? Same design, same kind of vibe, but it's not the same person. She does act in different ways, but also acts in similar ways, right? So, as we saw in the date, right, that we saw in the last episode, like 2 weeks ago, right? So, I'm kind of thinking about this from, does this have enough time to really nail it, right? Like, is it going to be able to nail the message that it's trying to say? Because otherwise, like, because Metallic Rogue's problem was it tried to chew on too much than it could chew in the time frame, right? It tried to tackle too many high concept issues in too little of time. This has a similar issue, but it's only tackling a few issues, right? It's tackling less high concept issues, right? Or high concept themes, right? So I'm interested to see if that, because I think this has a higher potential to nail it, but it is like, the clock is essentially ticking, right? They only have so much time left. Are they going to be able to stick the landing? Is going to be the key. I think the ending is really what's going to make or break this show, right? Because if we get to the end of the show and all we really get for it is like, oh, they just go off and continue the adventures, right? Or something like that, right? I'm having flashbacks to the Metallic Rogue ending where it's like, oh yeah, I guess there's big android war now or something, right? Like, oh no, oh boy.
Yeah.
We're not going to show you any of that, but that's
So
why.
I do through watching these 8 episodes by now, I do get we understand the world a lot better than before. AI war happened. Toa-san
Half of
made
Japan is gone.
nukes,
Big, yeah.
not nukes, just big energy explosion beam, whatever.
Whatever.
Post-apocalypse. Toa-san made androids, the Outside series, to counter them. They won. Orwell was set up to prevent that from happening. All good intentions, but in the how many years since, it became a somewhat corrupt organization that handed out technology to people that they liked and whatnot, leaving the kind of like disparagement and different levels of civilization, depending on the location, and during which those androids are still roaming around, not part of OL specifically, but also kind of monitoring the situation. And just a small observation: those androids, those antagonist androids, are never shown to be hurting anybody, right?
No, they're not. They're not like the secret police going around fucking with people, right? Or like attacking people, or oh, you broke the law. Come with me.
They're
right?
only interested in Yugarev, so are androids.
Mm.
So I think that's just that maybe secretly Naratsu, one of the maybe it is a super childish reason. This android is big on marriage, right?
Mm.
And there was this comment that all these androids look like Toasa, his sister. Maybe, just maybe, she is keeping him hidden so she can keep him for herself, because all those androids would like him.
Yeah, I'm wondering that too. And I wonder, it'll be interesting to see again where they go with this, right? Like again, I think this is all going to come down to how they nail the ending. Like if they fuck up the ending, then it's probably going to retroactively make the rest of the show not really worth it, right?
Now,
if that makes
it
sense.
won't do that for me, Namitsu, because, like I mentioned it like in episode 1, right? So many goddamn post-apocalyptic, far future, far past shows happen. And what is this? Oh, you got marriage. Oh, sex is bad. Oh, this, oh, that. All these morals and customs that we know today will be just the same after a post-apocalypse. It will just all be the same. There will be just a tree instead of a house. That's the only difference. I'm just happy that this show was brave enough to think of something else. It makes me therefore a little bit conflicted that it's a main plot point and not a world setting point, right? Because the show is kind of debating the merits between these two systems, and I'm here like, who cares about these two systems? It's cool enough that it exists in a post-apocalypse. Why do you have to? I don't feel it's like it is about it's the show, and it's the show wants to be about this, and it is. But I thought I just like this detail on its own. I don't really feel the need that it should be debated this hard for that reason.
All right. So I guess that's the end of this slide.
Yeah.
I guess that's the end of that. Do we even have anything else, really?
I beat Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment.
Outside of the video games, yeah. Like I don't think like there's any anime. I'm looking at my own list. I don't see anything else that I haven't talked about.
No, I dropped the Mermaids, the Yuri drama show.
We could almost condense it into one slide.
I was thinking about that.
We'll do that next week. Yeah.
Well, if I just leave out Isekai Quartet, then I can. Because what I'm going to...
maybe. We'll see. We'll see how we go. But yeah, next. So I will say next week we'll probably do a show, but then I'm going to be away on family pseudo vacation trips on the last week of November. So I'm probably not going to be around. So we won't do. We only might do a game stream. Who knows? See what happens.
I am probably the first week of my joblessness. I will be helping the fam renovating. Because I'm almost obligated by this point, family obligations.
Yeah. So we'll see. Again, we'll see what happens. But yeah, we might. I don't know. We might do the magical girl video that everyone was talking about.
Yeah, but just maybe. By this point, I won't have a job by the 1st of December. So I suppose every week of December is a free week for me. And at this point, so If we could stream thrice a week or more, but we won't. We won't have enough videos.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Oh, Gouda, you'll have to wait until next week to find out.
Yes. Well, unless something comes up in between now and then, because you never know, a video could drop that's like, holy shit, we have to cover this. But yeah, there's a magical girl video everyone's been shitting on Twitter that I think could be fun to have a look at. So, but anyway, critical critique squared. But anyway, I guess we'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah, later.
Day, peeps. Bye. Goodbye.